just type yes if you can hear me all right. Give me a quick hygiene test so that we can get started ASAP. Lovely. Thank you for confirming, everybody. You can hear me very well. You can see me very well. That's a good sign that we can get started ASAP. All right. All right. So my voice is loud and clear to everybody, right? Okay, let's get started. Everybody, I would love to know which cities do we have in the room. So as you join in, say hi and tell me what city are you tuning from, right? So that I can welcome you and we get to know what all cities do we have in the room today. Okay. So let us see that. Oh, we got Abra from Guwahati, Dibrugarh, Vikram, Harsh from Ahmedabad, Vignesh from Chennai. Lovely. We got Shala from Hyderabad, Mumbai in the room, Chennai, Lokesh, Chandigarh, Navneet, Sundar. Hello, Badlapur, Nikhil. Wow. Shabir from Calicut. Great. Let me just pop the chat here. Pop out the chat. Welcome, everybody. We're starting up this amazing class. And as soon as you join in, just say hi and tell me what city are you tuning from so that I can welcome you and we can get started ASAP. Right? Okay. Pop out. Okay, I've popped out the chat so that I can see you. Lovely. Okay. Rohit from Kolkata. Okay, I read all your WhatsApp messages, all your WhatsApp chats, and what excellent backgrounds. That is really, really amazing. And we are starting off this amazing masterclass, which is 3 steps to securing a highly lucrative career in blockchain. All right, so let's get started. Charan from Chandigarh, beautiful. Let me just make the chat for host and panelists to see and reply to. Okay, now let's see. So this masterclass, as you're aware already, is in association with IIT Madras, right? The institute that holds #1 position in the NIRF, National Institution Ranking Framework, for consecutive 6-7 years now. So give me a woohoo, guys, if you're excited to be a part of this amazing masterclass, which is in association with IIT Madras. Give me a woohoo in the chat. Show me some excitement. Right? Lovely. Because I'll tell you, what are you signing up for by being a part of this amazing masterclass in association with IIT Madras? So first of all, my name is Latika. I'm the Vice President at Pixeltest, and I love educating people how they can basically step up their game, right? And bridge the gap between the industry demands and their own capacities by upskilling themselves in Web 3.0 and blockchain, becoming Pixeltest and IIT Madras certified expert in one of the greatest inventions in the history of the world, that is blockchain. And I want to personally welcome each and every one of you for this particular session, as I'm going to be covering some really, really powerful concepts today regarding blockchain. Right? Now, because after COVID, the world has completely changed. You are living in a brand new normal. 81 million jobs are lost in pandemic, right? Many of you are aware of that. A lot of jobs in IT industry were lost. But when it comes to blockchain, when it comes to anything related to Web 3.0, all the technologies, all the development profiles, when it comes to blockchain, that forms the technology bedrock for cryptocurrency exchange, that has witnessed a surge for blockchain developers, blockchain professionals, even during pandemic, even during COVID. Isn't that crazy? Right? And that's why we are here, because the developers have actually lapped onto this opportunity despite the pandemic that was leading to slump in the economy, right? People were losing jobs, but people who are early adopters in technology like Web 3.0 and blockchain, they are the ones who have been continuously growing and doubling up their income levels and their glorious careers in future, even during such harsh times, right? And if you are somebody who's really has the inclination or propensity towards Web 3.0 phenomena and blockchain, you must have already noticed that this is the best time in the history of the world to get into blockchain, as it is constantly proving itself to be the greatest invention of all times. And that's exactly what the topic for today is. Okay, I'll keep reading your questions. Put your questions in the Q&A forum, because if there's a relevant question, we'll answer that in the end. Chats are for interaction. So put your important questions that you would like me to address for sure in the Q&A forum so that I can take it up later. All right. So, okay. So also we got a lot of people from various parts of India, which is amazing. Got people from outside India as well. Okay. Somebody is talking about my audio. Can everybody quickly confirm if the audio is fine? Give me a yes if my audio is loud and clear. Okay. Thank you for confirming that. Okay. All right. Yes, Sharafat. If you're really passionate and growth oriented, you can do this, and we will talk about it more. So stay with me. All right. So now I want to tell you that you could be doing so many amazing things today on a beautiful day like this, but you decided to show up here. That shows that you are growth driven, right? And that is our number one criteria for our blockchain membership programs with IIT Madras, that we want growth driven individuals like you. And I want to tell you, in the next 2 hours will be worth every second. So can I have your commitment that you are going to be with me for the next 2 hours with intensive focus learning? Type yes in the comment box. Type focus in the comment box so that I can not only just share the what, why, and how of blockchain with you, and I also share how you can become a part of this revolution, let's say the Web 3.0 phenomena, and be a change maker right away. Okay, lovely. Now I know there are a lot of distractions. Lovely, Suman. Thank you. Suman says, I'm intensely focused. Beautiful. So I know there are distractions all around. Thank you, Charan. But the blockchain career insights that I'm about to share will actually change your life. Okay, I don't want you to miss a single crucial step. So please make a commitment to stay focused. Can you do that for yourself? Right? You can do that for yourself. So close out Facebook, stop checking your email, turn off your cell phone, take your dog out, tell your family to give you this 2 hours of complete aloofness. All right. So let's get started. Let's get straight into what is going to be covered, because this is really, really transformational stuff, guys. All right. Thank you, Nanda. So now we will be actually deep diving inside the golden circle of what, why, and how of blockchain. So we will cover what is this groundbreaking technology. Arginil Mitra. Yes, you can. Stay with me and I'll tell you all about it. Yeah, I'll be covering that in the next 10 minutes or so. All right. So we will cover what is this groundbreaking blockchain technology, and followed by we will cover why does it matter, why you must not delay in upskilling yourself in blockchain, and finally how to become a blockchain professional with just 3 steps to exponentially grow your career without having to rely on your current job or degree. Give me an EXD in the chat if this agenda for today sounds exciting. Victor Solomon, Very good question. Stay with me. We'll be covering that. We'll be actually covering this exactly. So you will get to know that. All right. So most of your questions will be addressed during the webinar. I'll be covering a lot of things. Look at the agenda. I'll be covering what, why, and how. So all of your questions regarding, can you do this? This is your background. All will be covered automatically. If there's something that does not get covered, you have the option to ask me in the end. Okay. All right. Thank you, Varsha. Lovely. Now, in the end, I will also share with you an opportunity to create a brilliant career in blockchain right away and get certified by IIT-Madras. How many of you would love to get that opportunity? Give me a big yes in the comment box. How many of you would love the opportunity to get an opportunity to apply for the IIT-Madras Certified Blockchain Program? Now, this is an opportunity for only very serious and committed professionals, students. Okay, if you are that, you're most welcome to the masterclass. Victor, yes. So let me show you what you have actually signed up by being a part of this masterclass. Now, by being a part of this masterclass, you've already signed up of getting a few steps closer to an opportunity to rub shoulders with these billionaires who are changing the world for good. These billionaires are the disruptors. They are change makers. So, and all of them are from IIT-Madras. So that is what is common between you and them. That is going to be common right after this webinar. So you got Guru Raj Deshpande from Deshpande Foundation, one of the richest billionaires of the world, right? You got Ramnath Guha from Google News. You got Prem Vatsa, previous owner of BlackBerry, Subra Suresh, Dean of MIT, Vinita Singh, Shark Tank, CEO of Sugar Cosmetics, Sridhi Vembu of Zoho Corporation. So basically, you get an opportunity to be part of the IIT-Madras blockchain program. You actually have the opportunity to be a part of this tribe, this kind of tribe. Come on, won't it be really amazing? Give me a high five by typing HF in the comment box. Right? By typing HF in the comment box. Also, let's see who is the lead faculty for the IIT-Madras and Pixeltests Blockchain program. So we got Professor Pandurangan, who is the world's renowned India's best computer scientist. He is also the emeritus chairperson of IIT-Madras with 3 decades of experience. So some of you will get the golden opportunity to get directly mentored by Professor Pandurangan, right? Okay, so this is what you are signing up for. And the blockchain program is right? The blockchain certification program of IIT-Madras is in association with Pixeltest, and Jan Rasam Sethi is the founder of Pixeltest. Pixeltest is basically a growing community of 500 plus AI scientists and the members of this blockchain as well as AI, right? Members include people of 18 to 54 years of age, diverse educational background, mechanical engineering, electronic engineering, bachelor's of science, bachelor's of commerce also, both coding, both non-coding backgrounds, people from different kinds of colleges, even people from IIT, Madras, Kanpur, Delhi, SAP consultants, AI architects, doctors who wanted to change the field, people from finance sectors, people who are professors, project managers, right? Let me show you a little bit of demographics of the community. So we got 9% female, and we got special scholarships for female because we want more females in the community. All right, so I'll show you that in the offer. Talking about the college, we got 11% IIT alumni and rest others. We got 89% of that. And then talking about degrees, we got 78% people who are BTechs, BCAs, BScs, even BComs, PhD and MTech is we got 2% and 20% respectively. Talking about current income levels, all right? So, one second, I'm not able to see my screen. Okay, so talking about current income levels, we got 13% people who are 40 lakh and above. We got 38% people in the community who are 20 to 40 lakhs. right? And we got about 42% people who are 5 to 20 lakhs. So this is the current income level, right? So this is what you will be a part of when you are part of this tribe, right? Now, also, let's understand who is this masterclass for. Now, this masterclass is for anyone who is really passionate and fired up to get into the Web 3.0 phenomena, to get into blockchain and become a blockchain professional, blockchain developer, blockchain architect, create your own startup, hire other blockchain developers, and become and be an innovator. Now, it is also for somebody who wants to transition into current whatever you're currently doing into the groundbreaking technology, right? And get start your blockchain journey, right? And finally, it is also for students who want to be early bird and add blockchain as one of their core skills, right? And start their career with the most lucrative and fulfilling career in blockchain and Web 3.0, right? So this is for anybody who is really passionate and really, really interested to be a part of the Web 3.0 and blockchain. Now, very important, listen to this carefully, your background and your qualification does not matter. All you need is the passion for this industry, is the inclination to be a part of this industry, and you need to be growth driven. All that is required, because rest, all the things are learnable skills. That's what the program is all about. Okay, let me just, can you just confirm, is my volume better now? Because I've just changed the setting. Somebody was talking about my volume. Is the volume better right now? Can you just confirm that? On the scale of 1 to 10, how good is the volume? Give me, on the scale of 1 to 10, how good is the volume? Give me a 9, 8.5. Okay, great. Okay, lovely, lovely, lovely. So yes, I did the setting change. So this masterclass is anybody who has a really, really inclination towards blockchain. So your qualification, your background does not matter. Even if you do not have a coding background, but you are really inclined to be a part of this, you can be. Why? Because everything else is learnable. We have people inside the community who are from non-coding background as well. So when they can do it, you can do it too, because all you need is the growth-driven mindset. And everything else is learnable, and we teach that in a way that people who are in a very layman terms, very foundational and fundamental levels. Okay, so I think now that we have clearly laid that out, so all your questions that are coming right now related to backgrounds and qualifications are addressed with that. Okay, give me a yes if you understood the fact that you do not need a coding background to be able to do this. You can do it if you are a growth driven and passion driven individual. Okay, now I would love to know which one is you. Type A if you're an experienced professional and want to transition into a career in blockchain. Type B if you know a little bit about blockchain already and you're looking for work opportunities. Yeah. So type A if you're a student. Okay, type A if you're a student, type B if you're an experienced professional transitioning into blockchain, and type C if you know a little bit about blockchain and you are looking for opportunities. That's great. We've got a lot of professionals here, a lot of A's, a lot of B's. We got a leading pack here. We got some students too. Okay, now here's an important thing that I want you to understand. To be a part of a growing blockchain career, right, you have to be in a growth-driven tribe and communities, because becoming an expert is an ongoing process. Learning is an ongoing process. I hope now that everybody understands that, right? Because especially in a world where technology is changing as we speak, it's continuously changing, right? Learning is not a destination anymore like we had college degrees. We are done and dusted with our college degrees and then we can get jobs based on degrees. It is not like that anymore. You have to be continuously upgrading yourself. And that's when you stay relevant. That's when you stay in demand. That's when you really are able to add value, right? So learning is a continuous journey, and learning in a community, a growth-driven tribe, is way better than learning just from a course. Type me in the chat if you agree. Right? Type me in the chat if you agree. If you want to be a part of a community, if you want to be a part of a community to be able to learn really faster. How many of you would love an opportunity to be a part of a growth-driven blockchain community, to learn continuously, learn faster, learn continuously, right? So learning from a community is way better than learning just from a course, because learning is continuous process, especially for booming technologies like that. So we got really fired up audience and I'm loving it. Okay. So tell me, which version of internet are we entering in? Is it Web 2.0 or Web 3.0? Type 2 or 3. Which version of internet are we entering in as we speak? 2 or 3? Right? Okay, so very good. So 3 is the correct answer. Before we get deep dive into blockchain, let's understand the present and future of the internet. What is Web 3.0? So as many of you rightly mentioned, Web 3.0, it's not just the future, it is already happening. 97 million jobs are being created because of blockchain, right? 97 million jobs were created because of blockchain. Give me 1 second, let me just plug in my, yeah. Because of Web 3.0, because of blockchain, 97 million jobs are being created. That means people are so much in demand for this kind of technology. So let's quickly understand what was Web 1, what is Web 2, before we move on to Web 3. So Web 1 was basically read only, right? How many of you remember using internet in the 90s? I don't know if we have a lot of people who were there before 90s or not. So give me, in one word, tell me, how was your experience in using internet in the 90s? Yeah, static, frustrating, Aditya says, right? Okay. And 2 KB per second, Shiva. Yeah, very slow, Vital. Frustrating, yeah. Right. So basically, internet has officially existed since 1980s. Majority of the internet users in the 90s were consumers of the static web pages, hardly produced any content. So those who dominated the content creation were professional writers, reporters, and journalists. So Web 1 was basically consuming of static pages on the internet, that is read only. Okay. Now, and now, so basically then came Web 2.0. Now Web 2.0 is basically both read and write. The web that we know as today. It took, when did Web 2.0 came? It came in 2000, early 2000s, right? So I remember in 2004, 2005, when the blogging platforms were introduced, we were all excited. We could now publish our own articles on our own blogs, on our own digital space, and not have to rely on the popular Indian magazines or to publish our articles and make us famous. So Web 2.0 basically made space for everyone to become a content creator and consumer simultaneously, right? So now, but not everybody is able to make money out of this process. Users produce media, users like you and I produce media on social networks, and sites like platforms like Facebook, who is able to sell the personal data to generate impressive amounts of revenue. This is allowable, this is legal, because centralized company have the ownership of our data, of the user generated content, right? So we are basically at the mercy of the platforms because they have the right of census of the ownership. So that means our privacy is a huge concern in terms of Web 2.0, because they are responsible to, intermediaries like Facebook are responsible to protect our privacy. So Web 2.0 is basically both read and write. Okay. Now comes Web 3. What is Web 3? It is read, write, and own. So Web 1 is read only. Web 2 is read and write. Web 3 is read, write, and own. So ownership is the biggest feature of Web 3.0. So participants of Web 3.0, if you are using Web 3.0, we have full control over the content, data, and assets, right? So this means the platforms of Web 3.0 are basically very open, decentralized, they're censorship resistant, they're immutable. Okay, in technical terms, Web 3.0, which is also called semantic web, which is actually a web service in which you are using, instead of using it on a central server, we'll be using it on the web, on the decentralized internet using blockchain technology. So let's take a very basic example of Web 3.0 application. Okay, let me just, everybody knows about Medium, right? You must have used Medium to read content. Yes, give me a yes. Shailendra, if it interests you, definitely yes, Shailendra. Stay with me and I'll tell you how. I'll just cover that in just 10 minutes. Okay, so yeah, you have used Medium. Now let's take an example of Medium. Okay, Medium is a centralized tool for writers to publish their articles and earn some income, but they do not have the say of governance of Medium platform. Now there's another platform like Medium. It's called Mirror.xyz. Okay, Mirror XYZ, the difference maker is that Mirror XYZ is based on Web 3.0. That means the writers who are publishing there have full ownership of their work. They have say in the governance, they earn directly from their audience. Now, this is precisely the theme that will continue when we are shifting to Web 3.0. Right? So Web 1, Web 2 will remain in the parts of the internet, but it won't dominate the internet anymore. Web 3 will be dominating the internet, and that's where we will be spending our most time in the future. Okay, in 5 years from now. So Web 3.0 is focused on creating decentralized web that would rely on blockchain. Okay, Web 3 apps are built on blockchain, decentralized networks of peer-to-peer service, or a hybrid of both. It can be a hybrid of both, peer-to-peer plus the decentralized servers. Now, the whole Web 3.0 and blockchain AI is an Internet of Things here is based. Now, this whole of Web 3.0 is based on blockchain. Blockchain is a system of recording information in a way that makes it difficult or impossible to change, hack, or cheat the system. So a blockchain essentially is a digital ledger of transaction that is duplicated and distributed across the entire network of computer systems on the blockchain. Each block in the chain contains number of transactions, and every time a new transaction occurs on blockchain, a record of the transaction is added to every participant's ledger, right? Now, the decentralized database is managed, right? Yes, the decentralized database is managed by multiple participants, and that is known as distributed ledger technology, DLT. So blockchain is a type of DLT in which transactions are recorded with an immutable cryptographic signature called hash. This means if one block in one chain was changed, it would be immediately apparent that it has been tampered with. If hackers want to corrupt a blockchain system, they would have to change every single block in the chain across all the distributed versions of the chain, which is next to impossible, right? So basically, if you are with me and if you understood so far, you would have guessed it that blockchain is a revolution because it helps us fight corruption. It's so transparent. Users have absolute control. It is less prone to breakdown. It has zero scams, right? So why is it the greatest inventions? So yes, Vital, absolutely right. So in essence, blockchain is a public ledger that holds information related to cryptocurrency transactions. It eliminates the need for data to be held centrally, which gives rise to a number of benefits. So number one benefit, what we can see is it increases the security. Okay, your data in the industries is BFSI, retail, healthcare is sensitive. Now you can also participate and tell me what benefits do you see in because of blockchain revolution. Tell me why is blockchain is the greatest revolution. You can also type in the chat. So one is of course increases security, right? Second is greater transparency. Without blockchain, each organization has to otherwise keep a separate database. Absolutely, Navneet, decentralized. Now, because blockchain uses a DLT, distributed ledger technology, the transactions and data are recorded identically in multiple ledger locations. So all network participants will permission access, see the same information, same time. It provides full transparency. All transactions are immutably recorded. Absolutely, Varsha. Immutably, all the transactions are immutably recorded, their time and date stamped. This enables the members to view the entire history of transaction and virtually eliminates any possibility of a fraud, right? Ramu, we're just going to discuss the opportunities as well. Srihari, absolutely faster transaction, increased speed. Also, instant traceability. Now, blockchain creates an audit trail. The document, whenever a lot of industries wherein you need to understand like an RTI, like you want to understand the genesis, the source of things, in maybe environmental or human rights issues related products. So, or wherever there is fraud and counterfeiting in the industry. So you want to find the proof, you want to find the source. So that was blockchain helps in instant traceability. Then we got increased efficiency and speed, right? Increased efficiency and speed. Saurabh says police record, anti-counterfeit, absolutely, Rarsha. So we got, so increased efficiency in our traditional paper-heavy processes are time-consuming and they're prone to human error and they require third-party mediation, right? So when the processes are streamlined with blockchain, transaction can be completed much faster, more efficiently, right? Documentations can be stored in the blockchain. Removal of intermediaries from decision-making process, Varsha, absolutely right. So there's no need to reconcile multiple ledgers, and clearing and settlement can be much faster because all of it can be seen right there. So all in all, blockchain is transforming the digital world. It's making much more safer, much more efficient, much more transparent. Blockchain will eliminate any inefficiencies and lack of transparency in supply chain systems. And this revolution will benefit customers, brands, also the invisible workers who power the global trade. And that's exactly the reason why it's rapidly being implemented by more than 65 plus industries, and demands for blockchain developers is on a continuous high, right? So there are about 97 million jobs being created because of Web 3.0. Isn't that crazy? And here's a crazier fact. While the opportunities in this field are humongous, the talent pool is extremely limited, right? Because blockchain is new and it's not taught in your colleges and stuff like that. So it is a very, very industry-driven program, very, very industry-driven program. The talent pool is extremely limited, and that's a good thing for you. Why? Because when the talent pool is limited, the salaries, the remunerations is very lucrative. The market is very lucrative, right? You can demand what you really deserve. So, and you are here to basically bridge the gap between the industry demands and your skill, right? Type upskill, everybody. If you are here to bridge the gap between industry demands and your skill, type upskill. Thank you. Lovely. So now let's discuss 3 monumental elements of blockchain that holds tons of possibilities and opportunities for you. Okay, so we're going to discuss 3 monumental elements of blockchain that have a lot of opportunities and possibilities. Okay, so the 3 elements that we're going to discuss out of these are DeFi, NFT, and DAO. Okay, DeFi, NFT, and DAO is what we're discussing. So let's start with the first topic, and that is DeFi. Now, what is DeFi? DeFi is the short form for decentralized finance. Decentralized finance refers to a new kind of financial application built on blockchain that enables digital transactions between the two or more parties without the involvement of bank or any other traditional financial organization, right? So in short, DeFi applications can enable you to receive loans or hold a currency without the bank account. Okay. So now DeFi's goal is basically to help you create more accessible and transparent financial system that puts control back in the hands of regular people, right? So what happens in the traditional finance? The traditional finance relies on middlemen. You need to rely on a bank to send money, earn interest, get a loan. Banks make money by charging the borrowers higher rates of loans, right? DeFi relies on a code. You can send money, earn interest, and get a loan from users directly through smart contracts that enforce the rules. So, right, unlike the banks, DeFi protocols are owned by the users. So if you hold the protocol tokens, you get the upside instead of bank executives, right? Think of it like earning a company stock as it's use its products. So, right, this is the difference between the traditional finance and decentralized financial system. So in the traditional finance, middlemen like banks hold your money. DeFi, you hold your money and trust the smart contracts to handle it, right? And traditional finance, middlemen take a large cut out of your returns. DeFi returns are higher, but it's much more, very less middlemen in between. So now there is a huge demand for blockchain developers for helping a lot of financial systems set up now there's a huge demand of blockchain developers to help set up complete ecosystem of working apps and protocols for DeFi, for fintech industry, right? Because the world is changing, the financial and technology industry is completely changing, and they are changing the processes. They're making, they are implementing blockchain, and they are blockchain developers are high in demand for helping them develop and create ecosystem for DeFi. So according to Bloomberg, blockchain developers can earn up to 82 lakhs per year, right? So if you are able to help companies set up, fintech industries set up blockchains and implement blockchains, and this is the kind of income that you can expect both as a full-time or a freelancer. Now, blockchain is one of the fastest growing skill sets, with jobs in this domain growing at a whopping rate of 2,000 to 6,000%. And this has resulted salaries of blockchain developers being 50 to 100% higher than conventional developers. So if you are a conventional developer in the room, how many of you are how many of you are software developers in the room? Say yes. Let me see how many software developers do we have in the room. So if you are a software developer, you can easily expect 100% hike as a blockchain developer. Type AMZ if this is amazing. This is an amazing fact, right? So lovely. So now let's just discuss the second most important element of Web 3.0 that holds humongous possibilities. Okay, and that one is NFT. Okay, NFT. How many of you know about this? Amitabh Bachchan NFT. Type yes if you know about Amitabh Bachchan's NFT. Amitabh Bachchan's NFT collection has been sold for 7.18 crores. His NFT collectibles have been purchased by his fans from the bidding site like beyondclub.com. Beeple's Art, Navneet, yes. NFT series include poem of Madhushala, if you know, autograph vintage posters of himself. So all of that is being sold. So NFT is basically non-fungible tokens. It is a record of ownership of a unique asset. Non-fungible token or NFT are digital items that have been uploaded to the blockchain. They now NFT can be anything. It can be an image, it can be an audio, it can be a clip, audio clip, video clip, it can be a GIF, it can be a digital art, right? So the ownership can be tracked through a ledger that everyone can see. And NFT can be bought and sold through third-party marketplaces like Rarible, OpenSea. Now, the most expensive NFTs have been sold for millions of dollars, and certain NFT collection, including the Bored Ape Yacht Club, have skyrocketed in value over the past years. Salman Khan also has launched his own NFT, right? As for the cricket fans, Rario is the world's officially licensed digital collectible platform for cricket, which enables fans to buy and sell and trade cricket NFTs of their favorite cricketers, right? So you may ask, what problem does NFT solve? Can anybody guess and tell me in the comments what problem, now that you have understood, I mean, now you know a little bit about NFT, what problem does NFT solve? Type in the comments and if you can think about it. So clarity in ownership, right? Saurabh says ownership verification. Very good. Navneet, owner, very good. Yes. Clarity in ownership. Ownership verification is the right word. No piracy, Ravi Shukla. Asset cannot be stolen, Shala. Very good. Yes, Gujarat owner. Yes. Harsh says Gujarat Titans team also upload logo in Metaverse. Yes, very good. Yes. NFT is secure, removes copyright. Right? Gives copyright. Okay, great. So correct. Now let's see NFT. How is it solving the problem in a couple of industries? Let's take an example in a couple of industries. So let's say art, right? Now NFT helps to solve artwork problems for artists. It can any kind of artist, okay? Any kind of art, musical artist, the painting artist. Now previously the works were stolen on works were only shown on paper and CDs. Artists' work was stolen, were copied, and credit was not given to them, and work could be easily copied. That means they were also devoid of their royalties and commissions. They could not get that, right? So NFT technology allows digital artists to pre-program royalty conditions into their work. This means the artist will earn money on every resale event of their NFT. So there is extraordinary beneficial artist that they don't have to rely on the middlemen when they're monetizing their work or they're selling it to the collector. So now NFT helps them pre-program the royalty conditions because NFT proves the ownership. It can be traced, the ownership can be traced very easily, and we know exactly who does this, who owns this particular image, who owns this particular painting. And whenever it is being sold online, they will always be getting their royalty and commission. So artists can now become rich and not really struggle anymore, I would say that. Let's talk about real estate. Cinema piracy can stop, Srihari. Very good, yes. Let's talk about real estate. If anybody has bought property, you know buying a property is a miserable task because it takes a lot of days, I mean, a month or so minimum, and typically costs exorbitant fees. More importantly, frauds. If you have a property or land that can be taken over easily and claimed over fraudulently by anybody, right? Anybody has experienced that or know of any situation like that? So there is a startup that has solved this problem of frauds in real estate. They've solved this problem with blockchain, making buying property 100% online. So wherein it will just take a few days and then whole transaction will cost really less than $300, right? And it is happening, and the solution is powered by NFTs. So the startup platform is called Fabrica. So Fabrica is a platform to sell properties online. Now sellers list parcels of their land on the website. Buyers can view the parcels and purchase them 100% online in the matter of days. Sellers, now on that platform, sellers have already sold hundreds of parcels in this way. So Fabrica has done what many wanted to do for years together. So they have put the real estate on blockchain. The real estate industry is adopting blockchain now, right? So Fabrica basically solving a real problem, lowering the cost, increasing the speed of transaction, and basically eliminating the frauds in real estate. Let's talk about NFT in insurance. Similarly, insurance market suffers fraud every day. Things like ghost claims twist the truth of the common problem insurers, right? So NFT technology can provide an accurate record of claim, like car crashes, or provide proven ownership of insured goods. So now basically you can imagine that NFT developers, NFT engineers, NFT programmers, NFT coders, all of these people, NFT consultants, are high in demand right now, and they're highly paid because of NFT is required in all the industries as well, right? So most of these roles are freelancing roles. That means you can make good cash as a side job, except you will be making 50 times more than your regular job, right? Isn't this amazing? Type AMZ if you found this fact really amazing. Okay. Let's move on to the third monumental element of Web 3.0 technology, which is decentralized autonomous organization, DAO. Okay. DAOs are a group of people with central mission, with no leader, with no overarching leader, who come together to accomplish a goal using cryptocurrency to execute the aim or the goal. So how is a DAO different from a traditional business, from a traditional business contract? So people who are participating in DAO, they participate in the collective decision making. Any changes that are proposed within the DAO community have to be approved by the people who have invested in the project. The rules and the goals of each DAO project are decided upon individually. Every project will eventually have to be published as a smart contract. Okay, so the smart contracts have to be defined using the code-based logic, and any attempts of changing the rules will basically fail unless the changes are decided by a vote, by the vote of the participants of DAO. That's the difference between the traditional organization and DAO. So, right? So, I mean, money is collected by DAO cannot be spent unless it has been approved by its members. Now, this is also a definition of decentralized project, because the contract, the smart contract, lives on the blockchain. It is visible to anybody who are the participants of the DAO, right? So, so far, basically, the prominent way for humans to interact and communicate has been through a centralized institutions like banks, companies, government bodies, and that also leads to a lot of malpractice and corruptions, as we are aware of. Now, DAOs are a radical, they are like a paradigm shift where everyone in the organization can participate in the decision making transparently on blockchain. So let's look at a couple of real world examples. Okay. Now, how many of you are aware of Polygon? Type yes if you know Polygon. Polygon is a Bangalore-based blockchain firm. Polygon Matic. Now, this is building decentralized autonomous organization in India. Decision making across all startups, large organizations, public entities have always been centralized. So this means the founders, senior executives, and others have the leadership team with the voting rights usually come together to make important decisions for a particular firm. Now, generally, DAO falls into categories like protocols, philanthropy, publishing, social media, others. No, Abu Takir, I cannot explain in Tamil right now. Yeah, English is the common language because I don't think we have a lot of Tamil participants here. All right. So generally DAO falls in these categories. So let's, you can browse deepdao.io directory to get much more broader glimpse of DAO projects. The directory uses samples of proposed changes and the projects and how also members voted on them. So this is the DAO directory. You will see a lot of DAOs happening here, DAO projects, deepdao.io. Okay, let's look at a couple of specific projects that you may relate with. Okay, give me a yes if you know about Julian Assange, founder of WikiLeaks. Now, WikiLeaks has a DAO called Assange DAO, which accepts and supports donation. Now, Julian Assange, for everybody who does not know, is the world's popular journalist who was also founder of WikiLeaks. Now, after publishing several papers on Afghan wars, he began to face adversities, and then payment platforms were not validating his donations. So then they have to come up with an innovation. So then they started like using cryptocurrency. For that, they came up with the DAO. So Julian Assange basically teamed up with a freelancer, digital artist, Park, to form a Assange DAO. So this DAO is particularly based on NFT project called Censored, right? So now total funds for this DAO was over 17,000 Ethereum, which translates into $50 million US, $50 million, right? So once the fundraising part was over, Assange DAO itself bought the NFT. So as such, the money collected through the project is going straight into the WikiLeaks fund. So now what we're trying to explain here is the DAOs are attracting a monumental following because everybody loves the idea of a democratic governance. And DAOs make it accessible for the average Web 3.0 users to have their voices heard. So it's changing the world for good. Okay. Also, DAOs help the NFT industry in the collective ownership of an asset. Usually investing in NFTs, especially blue chip projects, requires significant capital, right? Not everybody can afford to buy the NFT. So some DAOs are established to allow a group of people to collectively own a high value NFT without sharing thousands of dollars. So take Pleaser DAO, for example. Now it is a collective for DeFi leaders, early NFT collectors, digital artists that collects funds for valuable NFTs. Now, according to its website, organization collects the NFTs, represents fund for important ideas, movements, causes, right? So now DAOs have number of use cases within the NFT industry. So in the coming months and years, these use cases, the use cases in DAOs are basically growing monumentally, and this is also going to replace some traditional organizations. So DAOs are going to replace the traditional organizations, and decentralized autonomous organization could also become a must-have for the NFT project. Now, this is a glimpse of DAO landscape that includes investment DAOs, social DAOs, media DAOs, grant DAOs. All right. So, right. Okay. So as now the idea is, as the number of cryptocurrency holders is increasing exponentially, a genuine demand for decentralized donation platform is rising. People who wish to make a change require decentralized alternatives for the corrupted charity systems that are controlled by governments and billionaires. So all those who wish to become change makers, all those who want to also do really good for society, you can use blockchain development and blockchain management skills to be a part of the change makers community, right? Just like, people are hiring freelancers. So again, there are a plethora of opportunities for blockchain developers and blockchain professionals here too. So please note, I keep saying both professionals as developers as well as developers, because blockchain career is not reserved for people with hands-on in tech, but also with people with the business acumen who can work along with the techies to create and innovate a blockchain venture, like an app, like a blockchain enterprise itself. So as a blockchain professional, you can be a DAO developer, you can start your own DAO app, you can become a DAO consultant, right? Great. So we discussed the three most important elements of groundbreaking blockchain technology: DeFi, NFT, and DAOs. So as a blockchain professional, you will be enabling the world to become a much better place, much more democratic, and and making a lot of lucrative prospects will be a byproduct. Give me an A and Z if this absolutely sounds amazing. Everybody, now that you know about three monumental concepts, give me an A and Z. I see a lot of subject matter related questions. Okay, Navneet says, I'm feeling confident about DAO. Very nice, Navneet. I'm glad. Charan says, super amazing, lovely. I see a lot of subject matter related questions about DAO, NFT, very good questions people are asking. But now these are very detailed topics. When you are inside the blockchain community, you will learn all of that in much detail. In fact, we have got a whole 1-year membership in the whole idea is for you to become a blockchain expertise. In this 2 hours, I will share enough for you to get started in this journey. But for more details, you will learn all of that in the IIT-Madras and Pixeltest community. Okay. Dr. Pandurangan will be your guide and lead faculty to make you understand and make you expert in all these phenomena. So now let's just discuss use cases in different industries. And I also want you to think while I discuss this. So tell me, let's talk about banking and financial industry. What do you think? How will it help in banking and financial industry? Type in the comments. So how does a blockchain help in the banking and financial industry? Type in the comments. Blockchain KYC, Saurabh is very good. So blockchain is quickly adopted by the BFSI sector because financial will replace the old processes, right? Shalabh says fraud detection. Yes. And so basically removing the frictions and delays, increasing operational efficiencies, clearing and settlement, consumer banking, lending in other transactions, prevent credit card fraud, Varsha, provides better security of funds. Yes, absolutely. So, Vital, yes. Let's talk about healthcare. Navni said no middlemen. Yes, absolutely. In healthcare, data breaches in the health. What do you think about healthcare, everybody? Now, data breaches in healthcare are common. So, but blockchain helps healthcare improve security of the patient data, making it easier to share records across providers, payers, researchers. So control comes in the hands of the patient. Let's talk about pharma industry. What do you think about pharma? How will blockchain help pharma? Let's hear your answers in the comment. So pharma, counterfeit drugs and counterfeit drugs are a big problem in this pharma industry. Okay, to save the day. Today's area of drugs, clinical trials. Who is Namita Sachin? Improved identity management, clinical trials. Yes. To keep the records safely. Yes, yes. So counterfeit drugs are common. So the resulting audit trail means that you can trace the origin to pharmacy, and then you can help prevent counterfeiting and helping manufacturers locate any recalled product in just seconds, right? And let's talk about government. How do you think it will help governments? How do you think blockchain will help governments? So blockchain can help government to voting. Very good, Shala. Document verification, corruption, yes. Transparent budget, very good, Vital. So it can help secure sharing of data between citizens and agencies, increase trust while providing an immutable audit trail, regulatory compliance, contract management, identity management, citizen service, secure citizen, very good. Jitendra, Ramu Ram, analysis purpose, proper utilization fund, analysis, very good, yes. And I would love to know which industry are you most excited to work in? Tell me in the comments. Which industry are you most excited to work in as a blockchain professional? Tell me in the comments. Pradeep says logistic, Ramu says banking. Okay, Murali says media, very good. Power, Jitendra. Sanjay Pharma, Vital IT, healthcare, Ramu. Education. Anybody for gaming? Who wants to work in gaming? Who wants to work in agriculture? Aerospace, Sri Hari, very good. Rohit wants to work in entertainment. Very nice. Lovely. Murali, media and gaming. Beautiful. Okay, it's changing the gaming world also dramatically. Now, all right. Now, let's also discuss a couple of real world examples as well. Now, I told you examples in the BFSI, but let's see how the Australian Stock Exchange, Australia is implementing blockchain. Now, the financial services industry has started using blockchain to develop their services and save on costs. So Australian Stock Exchange recently announced that it would begin using blockchain to settle transactions. The technology will be used to record shareholdings and manage the clearing and settlement of equity transaction. Another example of blockchain in the financial services comes from this firm called Abra.com. Now, it is a money transfer platform that allows workers abroad to send money home in 54 different currencies. Now, workers can send money home quickly, much more cheaply using this platform, and compared with the traditional service provider like Western Union, which was charging an average fee of 7%, right? So another blockchain project involves World Wildlife Fund, WWF, and 3 companies that are collaborating to sustainably source tuna fish from Pacific Ocean. So Consensus is a blockchain company, Traceable is an IT company, and Sequest Fiji is a tuna fishing company. So they are collaborating all 3 of them together and using blockchain to track where, when, and how tuna fish is being caught and sold, right? So now let's discuss the big, fat, lucrative opportunities that you have right in front of you to be a part of Web 3.0 and blockchain, right? So blockchain market will be worth 163 million US dollars by the time we reach 2027, right? So type TIFM if you want a tiny, miny portion of $160 billion. TIFM is this is for me. TIFM is this is for me. Right? Type if you want a tiny, miny portion of 160 billion US dollars. Lovely, right? So talking about salaries, Lakshmi, yes, absolutely. This is. Talking about salaries, the whole blockchain explosion has resulted in salaries of blockchain developers being 50 to 100% higher than conventional developers. Now, data from LinkedIn that was released on Wednesday showed that the keywords like cryptocurrency, blockchain, Ethereum, DeFi, DAO, all of that have increased by 395%, right, in tech industry. And if you do a job search under blockchain, it will give you more than 28,000 results. I'll show you in a bit. There are endless opportunities in various blockchain forums. And really, really high quality opportunities, right? So look at the typical pay for this type of work. Ambition Box says for blockchain developer, IBM. Okay, now 15 lakh to 16 lakh Glassstone say senior blockchain developer. Now the top recruiters, if you see, there are thousands of blockchain freelancers and startups that are hiring around the globe. Okay, there are various forums that I'll show you in a bit that are hiring freelancers, remote jobs, remote opportunities for blockchain professionals, and there are thousands of opportunities. So while there are a lot of startups opportunities, there are Fortune 500 companies as well who are aggressively hiring right now the blockchain developers, and the top recruiters are IBM, Microsoft, Meta, Visa, Infosys, Deloitte, right? And according to research briefs, blockchain is transforming 65 plus industries. So industries from law enforcement, ride-hailing apps, insurance, gaming, cannabis are seeing blockchain applications already. Isn't this phenomenal? Isn't this phenomenal already? Also, let's just discuss quickly some startup opportunities. So we discussed the Fortune 500 career opportunities for developers, for people in tech, people who want to be in tech, who are already tech, who want to grow in their corporate ladder. Let's also discuss a few opportunities for the entrepreneurs. Absolutely, Navneet. Navneet says, I'm glad that we are early in this. Yes, Navneet, absolutely. You're an early adopter. Get the best opportunities. So I'm curious to know how many aspiring entrepreneurs. Let's discuss some opportunities for people who are non-tech and who would like to start their own venture. I'm curious how many aspiring entrepreneurs do we have in the house? Type me. How many of you would love to start a venture based on blockchain? Type me. Charan, Srihari, Victor, Sneha, Samir, lovely. So this is applicable for tech and non-tech people who want to be a part of startup or people who want to start their own venture. Now, when you have a startup based on blockchain, you are basically at an advantage in terms of emerging as an industry disruptor by adding technology that solves every problem. So when we talk about including blockchain technology in a startup ecosystem, this is all decentralization based. So this is a blessing for startups who are looking to establish themselves as an innovator, right? And also for people who are looking to raise funds, because venture capitalists are really backing up the blockchain startups. Okay, so Syndicate and Super DAO are a couple of venture capital based in DAO infrastructure space. Other startups like Utopia, I showed you, Tally, Colony, Layer 3, these are VCs funding based startups, right? Now, another startup here called Squad, an application that can be used to create DAOs on Solana blockchain. This has raised $1.5 million seed funding. Okay, right? And our own Indian startup, Polygon Matic, which has raised $450 million in the latest funding round, right? By Sequoia, SoftBank, and Tiger Global VCs. Now, this is right. This is addition to other investors like Mark Cuban, Balaji, Srinivasan. So Polygon was basically founded by, for a lot of you who do not know, it was founded by 2017 by just 3 friends who were software developers who came from humble backgrounds, right? So this is a possibility for you too. Polygon innovation and funding is like, yes, Navneet, absolutely. You're very much aware. Sandeep and Jayanti. So Polygon innovation and funding is like a Flipkart moment for India's blockchain ecosystem. That means Polygon is expected to do in the Indian blockchain industry what Flipkart did to the e-commerce industry. Take it by the storm, right? Take it by the storm. So this is what Polygon is doing right now. And here is the most amazing news for the entrepreneurs in the house, aspiring startups or aspiring innovators in the house. We have partnered with some of the most influential venture capitalists. Yes, Victor, I'm just sharing that. We have partnered with some of the influential VCs to help you with the capital investment. So I shall talk about that in the program offering soon. But type AMZ if this sounds supportive, that we have venture capitalist support to help you raise capital for your innovation, for your startup. Lovely. Okay. So, so early people who are getting into blockchain right now are like early birds, and early birds get the worm. So right now, people who are working in blockchain, this is, it goes to adoption curve. So you see technology adoption cycle goes through 5 stages based on the psychographic features of the customer. So you got innovators, early adopters, early majority, and laggards. So clearly seen, the early adopters are are like early birds who get the worm. So we are in early adoption stage of blockchain. The blockchain professionals, can be technical, non-technical, they are getting the best market, best work opportunities right now, best salaries. They are responsible to evolve the industry, be the change makers, and continue getting rewarded financially, because 5 years down the line, these early adopters like you will also continue to be the most experienced in the blockchain industry. So the question to you is, when it comes to blockchain, do you want to be an early adopter? Type hell yes, so that I can tell you how to get started ASAP. Lovely. Okay. So quickly, let's summarize the endless possibilities that, for you to build a highly lucrative and fulfilling career in blockchain. So we discussed opportunities both for tech, non-tech, full-time, freelance, start your own business. So let's talk about tech. For full-time, you can be a blockchain developer, program coder, architect. You can be a freelancer along with your side, as a side job, along with your main job. You can be NFT developer, a DAO developer, Defi specialist. You can start your own business. You can do app development, NFT development. You can do a blockchain app development, basically. For non-tech opportunities, let's talk about at full-time, you can take up startup leadership roles like CTO, CEO, CFO, the C levels and M levels. Every company needs managers who have deep understanding, are passionate about the field, right? As a freelancer for non-tech, you can be a DAO consultant, you can be a blockchain consultant, you can be a blockchain trainer, NFT artist. You can start your own business by being a DAO founder. You can be NFT development. You can start a DAO based on medical, publishing, art, social media, whatever that may be, right? So let's move on to also discuss how you can grab all these unlimited possibilities, how you can get started and get into this, get all these, make yourself open. BL is blockchain, yeah? All right, so let's see how you can get started. Now, before I share with you the 3 steps, let me just quickly share with you the introduction, or let me just a short introduction about Pixeltests and Jandrasan Sethi. Give me your permission by saying yes if you would like to know a little background about Pixeltests and Jandrasan Sethi, so that you know who are you learning this most valuable training from. Awesome. Thank you for confirming that. Now, the blockchain certification program of IIT-Madras is in association with Pixeltest, and Jandrasan Sethi is the founder of Pixeltest. Pixeltest is basically a growing community of 500 plus both blockchain professionals as well as AI scientists, and the members include 18 to 54 years of age, diverse educational background, coding, no coding background, people from various kinds of field, very, very diverse backgrounds, right? And we got Jandrasan Sethi, who is the IIT-Madras and Columbia University alumni, and he has mentored 11,000 professionals in booming technologies like AI and helped them attract Fortune 500 kind of opportunities and man companies like Google, Qualcomm, BNP Paribas, Siemens, Netflix, Apple, Amazon. And he's got another startup as well, a healthcare startup. And now he has been appointed by IIT Madras to be one of the faculty growth faculty, along with the lead faculty, Dr. Panurangan, world's renowned best computer scientist of India. But here is the most important part that I want you to know, and which is we know about all these wonderful facts about him, right? But the most important fact that I want you to know is that it wasn't always this rosy for him. Okay, all these opportunities of working with Fortune 500, training others, becoming an entrepreneur didn't magically drop into his lap, right? So he was basically raised in a middle class Telugu family, and this is his childhood picture with his parents. Now, a very humble upbringing, frugal and judicious with every penny spent, earned, and that meant Jay had really big dreams of making it big for himself, big for his family. Getting the best education was the primary focus, like all middle class parents have, right? And so he made it to IIT-Madras, best institution. Now, in 2010, when the time to get the fruits of his education came, he gets an offer letter by KPMG offering a package of 5,50,000. And it was a bummer for him because he had bills to pay. He had a family to support. He was living in a metro hub like Mumbai. He wanted to save for higher studies. He wanted to party and splurge and do all the things like a 25-year-old would love to do. Do you relate with that? Give me a yes if you could relate with it has happened with you as well. And that's when he realized that, you can't simply rely on your college degrees and education. If you want to continuously, if you want to really grow in the industry, have lucrative offers, you want to be a magnet of best offers, best lucrative opportunities, you have to be solving the problem that the world is really going through. You have to be part of the industry wave. You have to be going where the wave is going. And that was the time for AI. So he quickly upgraded his skills. He learned AI. He became a part of a growth community, which is AI-driven community. He did internships, live projects. And fast forward 3 years, that is 2013, he attracted an offer from Amex for 50 lakhs a month. So you see the irony from 5 lakhs in 2010 to 50 lakhs in 2013, right? So that is 10x growth in just 3 years. Now, this is the possibility for you too. This is possible when you bridge the gap between your skills and and solving a problem and industry needs, because your salary, the kind of money you make isn't directly proportional to the problems you solve, right? So he was able to be a part of the change maker society, and that's when the lucrative offers were directly proportional to the problem that he was solving, right? So, and that's what his mission also became. He started helping other people to achieve their potential and helping other people to really upskill in the latest technologies. He truly believes that everybody has unlimited potential. Now, so he basically wanted to now teach other professionals how to step up their game and achieve exponential growth, just like he did, by simply upskilling in the latest technologies on a continuous basis. And so he formed this growth-driven tribe, and it's a membership on a yearly basis, right? So if this was really inspiring, guys, give me a yes if this was inspiring. Navneet says, very inspiring, very good, thank you. So yeah, so all of his students who are now working for Fortune 500 companies have immense gratitude for Jay, because he really facilitated their growth in the shortest time possible. Okay, so this is I want to share one of his students, Lavanya Davluri. Lavanya Davluri was from a non-coding background, from insurance background, completely different background, and she had a passion for technology. She really wanted to get into a field like AI. So she was very growth driven and very passionate. She got mentored by Jay. She upskilled herself. And she also learned the CV growth hacks, interview strategies, and all of that. After a couple of internship live projects later, she got placed in one of the reputed companies in Canada, and she earns over $90,000. So all of you who are from non-technical backgrounds, this is a possibility for you, right? Give me an AMZ if this is inspiring. Give me an amazing if this is inspiring. Okay, so I hope you are really, really inspired right now and eager to learn how you can quickly upskill in blockchain and transform your career. So these are our goals, right? The top of the glacier, which is most often visible. So people will eventually see you here, top of the glacier. Some people will also call it overnight success because the world only sees the top, the most dramatic event, right? Instead of what has gone below it. So if you ask all the members, successful professionals in our community, they will talk about all the work that they did 3 to 6 months ago that makes the jump truly possible today. So they talk about the 3 steps that they all talk about 3 steps that has led to where they are right now in the field of booming technologies and lucrative salaries, Fortune 500 kind of opportunities. So let's uncover these steps one by one. Okay, so the step 1 is to upskill ASAP. How to start learning blockchain with 3 simple steps and become a part of the $1 trillion industry. Okay, so that's the step number 1. Let me quickly tell you a quick story about Varun Subramaniam. Varun Subramaniam was a UI UX designer who worked in VFX for famous Tamil and Telugu movies. He was really interested in getting to newer technologies like AI, but did not know where to start. So he took a leap of faith and became a part of the growth-driven community of Pixeltest, where he got to upskill himself in simple step-by-step method. He did his project successfully, got certified, and then he got a really lucrative role as a trainer in Simply Learn. If you ask him how did he transition into a completely new career, he simply gives this recipe. He says, the right institute, the right mentor, getting a certificate of immense value. These 3 things have made the jump truly possible for me. That's what he says. And the cool thing is that it didn't just work for him, it works for all kinds of people. So Aditya Mani was 48-year-old at that time. He thought that, new technologies are really cool, but can I do this, right? So he took a leap of faith as well. He was really, really meticulous. And then he found himself grabbing a role of a CTO in startup that is valued over $100 million, right? So he says the same, the right institute, the right mentor, getting a certificate of immense value has been the game changer, right? So I've shown you how to start upskilling in blockchain with 3 simple steps and become a part of a $1 trillion industry. Isn't this awesome? Give me a yes if it sounds simple now, right? Lovely. So let's move on to our step 2. Step 2 is make yourself ready, make yourself a magnet for Fortune 500 work opportunities. Okay, so tell me in the comments, where are you currently stuck in attracting job opportunities? So type A if you are not receiving many interview calls or not getting shortlisted. Type B if you're receiving calls but do not convert. Type C if you receive job offers but not the desired CTC. Okay, all right. So whatever that case is, let's fix it. So either it is A, B, or C, whatever, wherever you are, let's just fix it one by one. Okay, so the number 1 strategy here, Ashish, what's the case then? Ashish says none of the above. I would love to know what is the case there. Are you already there? So understand the ATS. The strategy is to understand the ATS, applicant tracking system. Applicant tracking system are the software that act as an intermediary between the hiring manager and you. Okay, not the HR, but the hiring manager. Now, here is the harsh truth. Okay, are you ready for the harsh truth? more than 75% resumes are rejected, are literally shredded by the ATS because their job score is below 70, right? The job score is below 70 or 75. Right? So this is, and so let alone getting rejected by your hiring manager, your resume is not even reaching the hiring manager because the ATS software is rejecting your resume because your job score is less. Do you want to do a live test right now? Everybody has their resumes handy. Type yes if you want to do a live test right now to find your job score. Let's do this exercise. Let's find your job score. So I'm just sharing the link in the chat. Just see the chat, everybody. I've shared the link in the chat. Click on this link. Okay, once you click on this link, have your resumes handy. You will go here, the banner of the YouTube, and you can see free CV score. You can subscribe as well. And then you can see free CV score. Click on the free CV score, this arrow. Once you do that, right, upload your CV and tell me your CV score in the chat. Okay, simply upload your CV and test your job score. Once you have done that, come here again and share your job score that you got. And don't worry, don't feel embarrassed. Your job score has nothing to do with your capabilities. Okay, because increasing your job score is a learnable skill that we teach inside the we have something called growth hackathon, and we teach inside the community. In 1 month's time, you can increase you can shoot up your job score from wherever you are to 88, 90 very easily in a month's time, in a month-long exercise that we do inside the community. We do a lot of growth hacks, including CV score, keyword hacking, all of that. So let's see, what do we got here? We got Charan got 69, Srihari got 71, Shriranji got 65. Okay, lovely. Sheetal got 65, Mash got 71, Saurabh got 46, Hitesh got 64, Ashi 79. All right, so now basically that tells you the scope of improvement. I'm really happy to tell you that all our people in the community get a job score of above 80. Okay, now let's look at the strategy which you can use to increase your job score to 80. There, in this free webinar, I can tell you a few strategies that you can tweak and get it. But inside the paid membership, you get a month-long activities that for sure that guarantees you to increase your job score and get flooded with offers. Okay, get really flooded with offers. So number one, make sure that you're being original and genuine. A lot of people simply copy paste the best working resumes thinking that they can replicate success. It doesn't work like that. You will put your original and genuine accomplishments. Okay. Second, highlight and keywords. Second tip is to make sure that you incorporate all the relevant keywords that are being looked up by the hiring managers in your industry. What are the job sites they are looking at? What kind of keywords they are looking at for hiring people like you? And then you use those keywords, and you also highlight your accomplishments, use the supporting information, projects, and experiences. And lastly, make sure that you use a spell check. The ATS system scans through spelling mistakes, and there are more than 60% resume that have basic spelling mistakes, right? Money 63. So this is really important. This alone will really help you shoot up your ATS score. Now, LinkedIn. How many of you use LinkedIn? Give me a yes. Now, LinkedIn alone has 40 to 50% potential to help you attract right opportunities. Some of the things that we help students do in the community is to create an effective profile that appears in searches, place high quality relevant testimonials. We also teach how to get these testimonials in a templatized format from the top-notch officials in your company, add relevant connections that help you exchange opportunities. So one of the cool trick that you can implement right away is this. If you have a lot of connections in other fields, don't add people in other fields, add more people in blockchain, right? Because LinkedIn works in clustering model. That means if you have more people in blockchain, it will show you more people in this field, Web 3.0, so then you're really benefited by being on that platform. Okay. Now the third learning is learning soft skills and positioning yourself in a way that showcases yourself, you in a best possible light. These skills are equally important as they help you crack open the doors and get past these gatekeepers of human, right? People say undermine these soft skills and all of that, but these are really, really important for Fortune 500 kind of opportunities. So we teach those as well as a hackathon exercise in the hackathon month when you are ready for attracting opportunities. So I'm going to take an example of Kali Charan here. No, Victor, don't feel bad. I told you, don't feel bad about your ATS score. The good thing is you can easily cross 80 with the strategies, with the activities that we do inside the paid membership. Okay, you can do that in about 15 days. I can promise you that. So Kali Charan, let's take example of Kali Charan, who thought that, I could start upskilling. He was a very meticulous student, but he did not know how to attract lucrative jobs like other people do. So he took a leap of faith. He went through the program meticulously. He upskilled himself. He mastered the CV visibility hacks. His ATS score went from 60 to 88. And he was a shy and introvert member. But he managed to learn the interview cracking strategies and also negotiation skills that helped him attract 5 lucrative offers, both outbound and inbound, in just about 6 months of upskilling, right? So this is a possibility for you too. So now I have shown you how to attract highly lucrative work opportunities with proven CV hacks and interview strategies within 6 months of upskilling. Isn't this truly awesome? Give me a smiley if you found this, if you're finding this simpler than before, if you're finding it easy and simple now, right? Because that's the idea, to help you find this easy and tread the path and make progress. All right, lovely. So let's now move on to the step 3. Let's move on to step 3. So how to become blockchain expert in just about 6 months, after completing the course, with time-tested growth hacks without compromising on your current work, implementing growth principles to exponentially grow this year. Okay, all our community members, with a mixed bag of people, 18 to 54 years of age, technical, non-technical background, no coding or coding background, all of them have a common denominator of passion and growth. And that means all the people inside the growth-driven community start seeing exponential growth within 6 to 8 months of upskilling inside the program. Sharafat, I'm glad. So that means Sharafa says, I'm too much interested in the program. So I will share that with you very soon. Okay, so how are they able to grow this fast? It is because of 3 common principles that Jay teaches them even before they start learning inside the program. So these 3 principles are the only constant formula in the ever-changing world. So the first one is focus. Your focus is the most valuable asset. Everybody please type focus in the chat. Everybody type focus in the chat. It seems like an obvious principle, but I'll tell you, Jay practically implements this principle by removing all the pop-ups, all the useless apps on his phone. He only has 4 apps on his phone. And he basically uses laptop for communication, right? Because long time back, he realized that if you are able to create more than you can consume, that's when you become rich and successful. Type yes if you agree with me that if you are able to create more than you can consume, that's when you become successful and rich. Because most people are just consumers, right? They're just consuming content. They're not able to create strategies, create breakthroughs, create systems, right? They're not able to do all of that, focus learning. So, but all our community members inside our AI community and in our blockchain community, they practice focus, because when they do, we have these intensive focus exercises and strategies that they follow. Because when they do, they literally complete any live project, any upskilling in less than half the time. So that's the first principle. Okay. The How many of you are ready to implement this one idea after today's webinar? Type I so that I can share the link of another very useful method to help you start implementing focus in your life. So Pomodoro technique uses the timer to break down work intervals, traditionally 25 minutes in length, separated by short breaks. So the aim of this method is to help you focus on any task that you're working on, writing, coding, studying, right? Now, deleting useless apps and notification is a very simple idea that I can share in this free webinar, right? But inside the growth-driven community, Jay shares so many intense trainings to help you build focus so that you can complete any life project, any upskilling, learning in less than half the time and make progress really, really fast. The second principle is systems work, people fail. Everybody type SWP in the comment box. Now, this is what Jay teaches and really lives by, because when some people are on their own, they fail, try one thing after the other, buy one course after the other. I've seen that all the time. A lot of people come in the webinar and they keep buying different things and they do window shopping and nothing works for them. And if you ask them 1 year, 2 years down the line, they're still where they are, right? Why? Because they do not grow. Why? Because they are really not implementing what they got, right? So they're really not implement what they bought. So they are following 6 different concepts, trying to put all of them together. That's a sure recipe for failing. I'll give you a simple example. If I give you a 6-step recipe to make pizza, and if you change the order of the recipe, will you get the pizza? I'll repeat. If I give you 6-step recipe to make pizza, and if you change the order of the recipe, are you going to get pizza? The answer is big no, right? Because you're not following a big proven system. Systems work, and while people naturally do fail, they're not motivated all the time, right? So when our community members start to a system, a proven method, they start an exact system. In fact, today's webinar, Masterclass, I shared the step-by-step system you need to follow in the same order if you want to get exponential growth in this career, right? So the third principle is maybe a nuclear explosion for some people, which is don't be cheap on your way towards greatness. All of you are here for really experiencing growth this year, right? So when you really want to experience growth, you should be investing in the growth. You should be investing in yourself and not be cheap. So what can it look like? What does cheapness look like? It can look like downloading crack softwares, watching tons of free videos to learn a skill, you know, attending like tens and thousands of webinars and not taking action. So can you get transformation by simply learning from free YouTube and attract Fortune 500 kind of opportunities, learning how to do blockchain for fintech industry and get opportunities like that, get a 50 lakh salary by watching a free YouTube video skill? Not really, right? Because it comes with sacrifice, it comes with accountability. Transformation comes with sacrifice, with accountability, with focus. When you understand this principle, you will start investing in your great time, effort, investment, financial investment, whatever that sacrifice trading that look like, because it all works on karma, right? What goes around comes around. What you see, what you sow is so you reap. Okay, so I've shown you how to become a blockchain expert immediately, right away, with time-tested growth hacks without compromising on your current work. So if you implement these 3 principles, do you think they can change the quality of your life? If you're able to get more focused, if you're able to follow a system, if you're able to invest in your greatness, do you think if you consciously follow these 3 principles in the next 90 days, do you think they can change the quality of your life? Type yes, because this is what Jay asks people when you join the program. The first 90 days are very crucial. You will be set up for growth so that you can start upskilling really, really fast. So first 90 days is setting you up for growth. You will be implementing these growth principles in intensive focused activities, right? Lovely. Okay, so let me ask you a question, guys. If you followed what I showed you in step 1, right, to start learning blockchain with 3 simple steps and become a part of the $1 trillion industry, And then you did what I showed you in the step 2. Use strategies to attract highly lucrative work opportunities with proven CV hacks and interview strategies. And then you use the step 3, which is utilizing the time-tested growth hacks to become a blockchain expert without compromising your current work. Don't you think you'll be successful? How many of you are really excited about what we just talked about? Right? I want you to take a moment and imagine what your life would be like after you know how to build NFTs, create DAOs, be a Defi consultant, build decentralized apps, build for platforms for Web 3.0, and work as a blockchain professional of an industry of your choice. Can you see the potential there? Would that make things better for you? Type yes. Right? Okay, let's do a quick quiz to see how far we have come. Okay, ready for a quick quiz? Let's do a quick quiz. Okay, type A or B. So type A, blockchain is a dash. Blockchain is an indispensable technology for correct answer is D. The salary medium for blockchain professional in India is the correct answer is A. The quickest way to upskill and grow exponentially is D. Most people don't grow fast because D is the right answer. You can attract highly lucrative work opportunities by D. As blockchain professional, you can lovely. It was fun, right? Wasn't it? Okay, awesome. Now type me if you are really kicked about transforming as a blockchain expert. If you're really kicked about transforming as a blockchain expert, and type me if you're really kicked about bagging Fortune 500 work opportunities. And type me if you're ready to stay relevant and skyrocket in this $1 trillion industry. Beautiful. And lastly, give me your permission by saying yes if you want me to share how you can apply to become a blockchain expert with Pixeltests and IIT-Madras certification. Right? Brilliant. So let me just share with you an opportunity for becoming a part of the IIT-Madras blockchain program. Okay. So this is a self-paced program. And this is a completely self-paced program held online, okay? And you're with the lead faculty, Dr. Pandurangan from IIT Madras. And it's an opportunity for you to become once again a student, but this time you sit in an online classroom of IIT Madras. So Professor Pandurangan, who is the world's renowned India's best computer scientist, is also the emeritus chairperson of IIT Madras with 3 decades of experience. So you will get a golden opportunity to get directly mentored by Professor Dr. Pandurangan. All right, so give me an EXD in the chat if this sounds really exciting to you. Okay, give me an EXD in the chat. Lovely. And the blockchain program is certified by IIT Madras as well as Pixeltest. That means you get best of both the worlds. On one hand, you get the IIT Madras certification. You'll be learning from prestigious faculty, Dr. Pandurangan. And you have also Jayan Rasam Sethi, founder of Pixeltest, as one of your coaches for the program. So, right. So what we do is we start with the fundamentals of blockchain and cryptocurrency, and gradually attain mastery over concepts. So you will start getting clarity on your next 1 year, 5 year goals. You will basically be getting step-by-step guidance on how to make these a reality, the lucrative salaries of 30 lakhs, 50 lakhs that you aim for depending on your career trajectory, right? And you can become a part of leadership team of startups. You can attract 9 companies, Fortune 500 companies. So this first module is helping you have an action plan to start working in blockchain. Does this sound empowering? Type yes. The total value for this particular program is 1,49,000, right? Okay. And we have some very, very special bonus programs only for the applicants of this webinar. Because as I told you, this webinar is really special because in terms of bonuses, in terms of offering, you will get the best offerings for becoming a blockchain expert. So everybody type bonus if you love bonuses, if you want me to add bonuses inside this particular program. Lovely. So great. So let me just share the very first bonus that we have here. The very first bonus that we have is the Bitcoin ecosystem. Now, in this program, you get the foundations to start coding. You will learn and master foundational concepts. You will learn all the required ammunition to support your upskilling. It's not about telling you, about investing, but rather teaching you how do you make your own cryptocurrency. This itself is valued at 30,000, right? So you get the blockchain cryptocurrency program and the Bitcoin ecosystem. Everybody type more if you want one more program as a complimentary bonus. Type more. So your second bonus is hash functions in cryptography. I briefly mentioned about hash signature in the very beginning. How many of you remember that? Now, this is an extremely important program that will help you land projects in cybersecurity, etc., and back projects and jobs that offer 50 lakhs and above. All right, so this program is valued at 30,000. Now, I would love to know how many of you would love to be a part of a growth-driven blockchain community of freshers, experienced professionals, and people from Fortune 500 companies. Give me a yes. Right? Give me a yes, everybody. Because the third bonus is only for webinar applicants. It's the inner circle. This is a beautiful community, which is a mixed bag of people, senior professionals, freshers. We learn and grow together, right? You're working in a cohort environment, the tribe that we spoke about, right, in the very beginning. And it's a process. You're learning together, you're exchanging opportunities, you're helping out each other, learn concepts. And let's say you're somebody from Microsoft, there's somebody from IBM in the community, or somebody who's from IT in the community, and you are exposed to them. You're somebody new in this field, you're exposed to them on a regular basis, on a weekly basis. We have this meeting live every Sunday. And the meeting is live every Sunday. You have access to all kinds of people inside the community, right? It's a rich community, strong values, meticulous people, generous people, always there to help out each other. So you can experience deep immersions and try, form camaraderie, form friendships, exchange brilliant opportunities. People discuss the kind of questions companies are asking to crack interviews. Like, for example, people discuss what Swiggy is asking these days in terms of questions. So people were circulating that. And you know how they say that you are some of people you hang out with. So this is it. You're hanging out with budding professional people, and you're simply 1 or 2 phone calls away, right? So the total value for this is 30,000. Now, quickly tell me how many of you want to master your interviews and become an interview cracking machine and attract lucrative jobs of 30 lakhs, 50 lakhs very easily. This is my favorite bonus because this has helped our meticulous students to polish their CVs, learn ATS cracking strategies, increase their job score above 88, 90, learn soft skills, negotiations, techniques. This is a very special bonus program that has helped our students crack open the doors to impactful, lucrative jobs, right? Fortune 500 kind of jobs, opportunities, right? So apart from getting perfect CV, you also learn the cardinal skill of negotiation skills that really helps you increase your job offer to about 15 to 20%. So the total value for this is 30,000, right? So let's see what you are getting inside the program. So you get all of this, right? Now give me a yes if you want to get introduced to the alumni of the community. Give me a yes if you want to get introduced to the alumni of the community and who made it to Fortune 500 companies. Because this last bonus is extremely interesting thing that we have. Right? It's very powerful because you have the alumni who are showing you the light, who have been there, done that. So this is not something which is anywhere else, right? So you want an introduction to these people, you're just a connection away. That's it, right? So that is for 30K. All right. So you get all of this and you can easily, just by getting all these bonuses along with the upskilling yourself in the core blockchain cryptocurrency program, you can easily aim for 15 lakhs, 45 lakhs, 60 lakhs, depending on your current trajectory, right? I'm curious to know how many of you would love to have IIT-Madras blockchain certificate after completing all the programs and tests and everything. Type yes, right? Yeah, so this certificate will be given to those students who complete the programs and complete the program and pass the exam, do well in the exam, right? So this is the certificate that you get. And now coding exam is optional for tech and non-tech people. If you are somebody who's non-tech, it's okay that you don't take the non-tech the coding exam, but it's important that you attend the classes, because let's say you want to, when you want to start your own business, you want to be educated about it, right? You don't want to work in tech, but you should be knowing about it so that nobody can make fool of you later. So that's the option that we have for both tech and non-tech people. Okay. So we do, it's a priceless. We couldn't put a value to this because this is a priceless. All right. So, okay. Now we, as I told you in the beginning, in the middle about something about introduction to capital. So we got startup mastery. This is a very, very beautiful bonus that we have for the budding entrepreneurs. If you are going to be somebody who's going to innovate in the community, and a lot of you will be doing that, you'll be collaborating, networking, and creating blockchain innovations, in which case we have partnered with VCs like Sameer Brijwarma, who has invested in Paytm, Zomato, Unacademy. And we have partnered with Swaroop Kuluri, who has invested in Coursera, Robinhood. Now, partnering with these VCs means that you will have introduction to capital, right? You will get the startup mastery. You'll be really, really helped out with your initial seed funding. Isn't this amazing? Type AMZ, everybody. All right. Okay. So let's see, what do you have? So you are getting all of this, right? And the total value is 2,99,000. Now, you are a really, really fired up, serious and meticulous participants of this webinar. And I told you earlier that we will have a webinar special investment and bonuses for people inside the webinar only. So you don't have to pay 2,99,000 to be a part of this phenomenal program, right? We have a very special investment for you, only for this webinar, only for the participants of this webinar. Will not have this outside this webinar, right? But before I share the offer fees, okay, let me ask you, if you were getting all this valuable education technology to upskill yourself and get a salary hike of at least 100%, will this investment be worth it? Type yes in the chat. Right? It of course is, right? Of course is, yes. Victor, Arvind, Navneet, Saurabh, yes. Rohit, definitely. Ajay, yes, it is. It absolutely is. But you are up for a treat by being a part of this webinar, just this webinar. And we have not offered a beautiful investment and offer like this before. And this is probably the last time we would be offering this. And type SO if you want to get this special offer and be a part of this exceptional community, so that I can reveal the offer to you. Type SO, everybody. Special offer. All right. All right. Give me 1 second, everybody. Give me 1 second, everybody. Let me just fix a little bit of screen here. I'm having a little screen issues. Just give me 1 second and I will share that with you right away. Okay. Let me share that offer with you right away.
Hey everybody, hi, my name is Jayant Rasamsari. Sorry, let's just give Latika 2 minutes. I think she has like a technical issue. Hi, I don't know if you guys have met me before. I'm the founder of Pixeltests. So glad to have you here. Big time. So amazing. Just a quick show of hands about, can you just tell me your name, just first name, what's your background and what's your outcome in terms of like, what are you looking? Are you an entrepreneur or consultant, or you're looking for a tech upskilling? I'll start first. Jayant Rasamshetty, I have 12 years of experience. I'm from mechanical engineering background, and studied in Madras, and my outcome is entrepreneurship in blockchain. So I think everybody has access to chat. Would love to see us as well as we wait for Latika to come back. Thanks, Srihari. Thanks, Andy Uppenwells, Mami, Jayesh, SK Tiwari. Can everybody hear me? Type Y
okay,
out. Okay.
I'm back actually.
Prakash Pradhan, 25 years experience in IT. Great. Suresh Tiwari. I'm from. Yeah, just keep typing. Crypto miner running IIA startup. Pradeep. Nice. Are you mining ETH or blockchain? ETH, awesome. Yeah, I have a friend here in Hyderabad who's also mining ETH. He's crushing it. Sharafat Mujawar. Sharafat, I saw your comment about the finances. We can discuss. Ashish Reddy, crypto miner. Guys, one thing is we don't teach you to how to mine. This is not a mining perspective course. This is more from the perspective of Professor Pandurangan and Sushmita from how to basically make sure you are building, you understand the thorough sciences of blockchain, right? That is the most critical piece here. We're teaching you how to make the engine of a car. You can make your own crypto coin. You can design your Web 3.0, whatever you want. That is what we're teaching. We are not teaching how to mine, because mining is a great subject, but that's completely different, right?
Okay, can I take over?
Yeah, go on. Yeah.
All right. So thank you, guys. So a lot of you said SO, and here is the special offer that I am revealing to you right now. okay? And the special offer is that you don't have to pay 2,99,000 to get started. In fact, you can get started right away with a very beautiful offer that we have is for 29,999. Everybody type AMZ if you found this offer really amazing, that you can become a blockchain expert in 2022 itself and get certified by Pixeltest and IIT-Madras and learn from the best faculty of India. Everybody type AMZ if you found this really amazing offer. Let me also share with you the link in the chat to book your spot immediately, because as I said, we will have limited spots and we will not have this offer outside of this webinar. All right, so let me just share the link with you. I have shared the link with you in the chat. Everybody just, Lakshmi Narayan, thank you. Lovely. Yes, Victor, this is the offer, and this offer is available only for this webinar. We did not have this offer before. We were, the live program was priced at 60K and the actual value is 2,99,000, and we will be resuming to this original price very soon. Sharafat, okay, let me just take your question in a bit. Please drop your questions in the chat and we will take your questions. We will take your questions just in a bit. Victor, you click on the link and book your spot. Book yourself into this program. So you're getting this memberships. Let me just show you what you're getting inside this memberships. Okay. So this is a self-paced program, and this is a 1-year whole membership of the blockchain tribe, and you get weekly live sessions on Sundays with your tribe, and you will learn the Bitcoin ecosystem, hash functions, blockchain cryptocurrency. You will get access to the interview mastery and job mastery, which will help you start attracting lucrative offers. So all of this that you're getting right in front of you, you can expect yourself getting a salary of starting at 20 lakh to 60 lakhs, depending on where are you currently in your career trajectory. Is that clear? So this is what you are signing up for when you are a part of this IIT-Madras and Pixeltests Blockchain Mastery Program. I hope this is clear. Okay, so keep putting your questions in the Q&A forum. Let me just complete what I have to show you. Lakshmi, this is a self-paced program. So once you register, you will get the access. You will get the access on your email. Yes, Samir, just in a moment. So you will get access in your email. You will get the access to the LMS. Okay, and they are step-by-step modules with gamified modules, and there's a community. Along with that, you get weekly live sessions to ask your queries live, to network, to collaborate, to brainstorm startup ideas, to brainstorm live projects, all of that, right? So this is whatever is in front of you, you get all of that. Okay, let me just complete what I have to show you, and then keep pouring your questions in the Q&A, because I will miss your questions in the chat. Put your questions in the Q&A forum and I'll take it just in a bit. Jay and I can take your questions just in a bit. So once you apply for the program, and I've shared the link with you, here is a QR code. You can just scan the code and get into it. Okay. So you will get the email, right? And you will get the access. Now, this is not for everybody, guys. It's only for serious, committed people who would add value to the community, who will make sure that they use all the ammunition that was given to you to grow in the next 6 to 12 months, right? So this is what you really, really are growth driven, then it's for you. Okay. So, let me quickly show you a couple of feedbacks of our community members who are inside the program, right? Who are inside the other programs, because the community remains the same. Let me just show you what other people are saying. So we got Murthy here, who says, crisp course, great content, writing this review after 2 weeks into the silver level, clear outline, and everything is neatly laid out, clear explanations given by Jen, who has years of experience in this field. There are many courses in the market, but I can see this has a good coverage and weekly face-to-face sessions with Giant and good support as well. I'm expecting myself to complete the course and get my dream role. Be ready to get your hands dirty with a lot of assignments, coding, and consistent work. This is what he says. Let me just show you. Okay, he says we get a lot of guest faculties as well. We got a lot of guest sessions as well. So Sandeep is a prestigious member of our community. He says it was really nice having exposure to such profound interactive sessions through with distinguished lecturers and trainers. They're patient through all our tiniest of doubts and take the time to clarify things over and over again and really give the time to drill the concepts home. Absolutely loved the recent sessions with Professor Anand Jairaman. All right, so I will answer a few questions, few FAQs that I'm getting. Let me just give you the snapshot of the, okay, everybody take a snapshot. This is the syllabus. This is the course content. Can everybody take a screenshot quickly so that I can move to another slide? Okay, this is slide number 1 of the course content. And then I'll move to the second one. Type yes if you've done with the screenshot. I can move to another slide. Type yes if you've done with the screenshot. Okay. This is another slide. Take the screenshot. Okay, if it's not clear, let me just. Okay. Okay, if it's not clear, let me just share the link with you for the Digital Skills Academy. Okay. Okay, I've shared the link with you for the Digital Skills Academy program. This is the IIT-Madras site, which has the entire program details content there. Okay, so let me just pick up a couple of FAQs and I'm just going to share a couple of questions. Let me just share a couple of answer a couple of FAQs that are here. Okay, so what kind of, okay, whatever your background is, we'll just discuss that. What kind of work opportunities can I expect? So Fortune 500 kind of work opportunities, startup opportunities, freelancing and remote opportunities. IBM, Qualcomm, Meta, Emphasis are aggressively hiring blockchain professionals. Okay, let me just show you the magic of Web 3.0. Okay, I'm just going to open this site. Okay, let me just show you a couple of sites. Okay, so this is a blockchain forum that I've opened on the Google. Let's see the opportunities that it mentions. I'm going to scroll it quickly so that you can see. Okay, you see Web3 community data scientist, OpenSea. A lot of these opportunities are remote as well as they are part-time, freelancing, and full-time. Okay, so you got strategy and operation lead for blockchain, product manager, mythical games. You got, let me just. Okay, digital asset trader. You got creative director, internship, software quality assurance. Let me just bring to the blockchain opportunities here. Okay, so you senior product manager. We got social media manager, blockchain. Okay, senior backend developer, Web3. So this is a remote opportunity. Okay, and you see blockchain game developer. You can see the full-time salary range. It says $60,000 to $120,000. This is a remote opportunity. So imagine sitting in Patiala and becoming a blockchain game developer for this Canadian-based firm. Wouldn't that be amazing? So earning $60,000 to $120,000, right? So a lot of these opportunities are remote as well as freelancing opportunities. So simply search for blockchain jobs on Google and you will find immense opportunities by Fortune 500 companies as well. Okay, so you see developer advocate, Defi, Solidity smart contracts engineer. This is a remote opportunity. So there are tons of opportunities in the blockchain forum. Okay, now coming to the next question. I have no coding background. How many of you are like that? Give me a me if you want. If you want me to address this, give me a me in the chat. I have no coding background. Can I do this? All right. So this questions keep coming again and again. So, okay, all you need is the passion for this industry, passion for being in Web 3.0 and blockchain, because you understand the gravity, you understand this phenomena very well, and you really want to be a part of it. So you're passionate and you have a growth-driven mindset. So learning new skill needs to be just that. You just need that, because everything else is a learnable skill, right? Everything else can be learned. We have dozens of case studies in our community of professionals who have non-coding background, who have been excelling in the latest technologies and working as a leading scientist with no prior coding experience, right? Got it? Now, so Jayant, who has a healthcare AI startup and has been teaching 11,000 professionals, he himself comes from a non-coding background. So if he can do it, you can do it too, right? And then this question that comes with, let me just open this question. I already know a little bit of blockchain. Will this help me? So this program will help you get into the depth of building blockchain, master Solidity, and make you ready to attract lucrative opportunities if that's what you're looking for, depending on what's your goal like. Okay, can I enroll later? Now, this is really important questions that we'll keep getting now. Now, you can enroll later for sure, but what we're offering in this particular webinar is the benefit of price, benefit of discount offer, the investment. You will not get this offer again. So you will be enrolling at the actual price, okay? And 2,99,000 is the actual price. In fact, our live program that is going on is at 60,000. So you'll not be able to enroll with the current offer, and because this is our webinar special. And we are able to extend this amazing offer to you because it saves us on the time cost that we would have incurred otherwise by having a one-on-one call with you, right? So a consulting session with us, with Jay, is like for 20,000 rupees. So here we address your queries right away in this webinar with more than 400 people here and able to give you the benefit of price because we save on the time cost. Okay. Now, how will IIT-Madras certificate help me? How many of you want me to answer this question? Type me. Type me in the chat if you want me to answer this question. How will IIT-Madras certificate help me? Okay, all right. So this is an important question I've been asked. Now, this is an application-based program and not open for everybody. That means some of you will be selected for this program, IIT-Madras certified and Pixeltest certified, and you'll be able to qualify for the IIT-Madras certificate. So you should be passing the exams and project work, do the project work with flying colors. And IIT-Madras holds #1 position according to NIRF. A certificate of IIT-Madras means that you have learned from creme la creme, right? You're getting the best pedagogy, best faculty of India. You pass the blockchain exam. You have a tribe that you're continuously learning from. That means you have 10 times better chance to attract highly lucrative offers. So IIT-Madras certificate holds immense value to attract Fortune 500 jobs too. Credibility, skillfulness, IQ, all of these things get ticked marked by your hiring manager when you have a IIT-Madras certificate. All right. How many of you would have this question? Type yes if you have this question. Type me. I'm very curious to know if this is relevant for this audience. Type me if this is relevant for you. Right? Okay, so now blockchain developer jobs are really, really hot right now, and this demand is only expected to increase beyond leaps and bounds in the years to come. So if you want to ride the Web 3.0 wave and stay relevant and also make significant amounts of income, you should not miss upskilling in this field, because age does not matter in this field. Some of the experts and change makers and DAO founders are 45 to 50-year old. So you should make hay while the sun shines. I'm 18-year-old. Will this help me? How many of you are in this position? Type me. How many of you would love to get answer to this? Let's see how many people are there. Lovely. Okay. We already discussed this, that early bird gets the worm, right? If you want to start your career with the most lucrative career, right? The earlier you start in this industry, the better. The biggest disruptors, innovators, app creators, startups are started by people between 18 to 25. Okay. Are there blockchain work opportunities in India? Okay. India's biggest edtech is not Byju's, it is Polygon. And I shared a couple of examples of what Polygon is doing already, right? In terms of DAO, NFT, in terms of startup, being a disruptor. Blockchain startup has got $450 million in funding and is hiring aggressively. So Polygon is a decentralized Ethereum scaling platform that enables the developers to build scalable and user-friendly dApps, decentralized apps, right? So Polygon was founded by 3 friends in 2017 who were software developers who came from humble backgrounds, and now it has got a huge funding of $450 million. So all the Fortune 500 companies, including Infosys, IBM, Microsoft, are also hiring blockchain developers in India with remote as well as full-time opportunities. Okay. Okay. This is an important question. Is the duration of the program enough for me to get lucrative opportunities? Now, 3 to 6 months is a good time to get an upskilling in blockchain. And the program offers a whole 1-year subscription, the 1-year membership, so that you just not upskill, but also network, collaborate, get mentoring on a regular basis, on a weekly basis, live and you collaborate with blockchain professionals. And it is 1-year membership is long enough to help you land in Fortune 500 opportunities and also build startups. Okay. All right. So let us take some of your questions right now. Let me just share the link once more. Okay. Okay, please put your questions. Please put on your questions, and let me also put on the timer, because this is a time sensitive thing. This is a time sensitive offer. And we will not have this outside of this webinar. We'll not have this offer outside of this webinar. So let me just share the link once again, and also welcome a few people who have already joined in. Let me welcome a few people who are in already, which is amazing. Okay. Okay, I have put on a timer, guys. The timer is for 20 minutes, because after 20 minutes, we will have to close the webinar, and so does the offer gets closed. So this is your chance to ask your questions and get in while you can. All right, and don't miss this opportunity. Let me just share the QR code and also start taking your questions one by one. But we will have to close the webinar, and this is your opportunity right now to get in. Okay, let me welcome Rubina Malik, Biswajit Roy. Congratulations. Joseph Fernandez, Vivek Ranganathan, Vijay Yadav, Virendra Kumar, Sudhanshu Rajput. Congratulations, guys, for taking the first step to become a blockchain expert. And you are going to skyrocket your career. You're going to skyrocket your career in 2022 itself. Jay, I think you to type. Okay. Okay, got it. SJ, have you got the message? Okay. All right. So we got Gandhar Bisht, Jitendra Yadav, Farhaz Muhammad. Congratulations for getting inside. This is amazing. I'm glad to see you guys taking action. And you are definitely going to skyrocket your career into 2022 itself. Vikram, this is a self-paced program. Samir, okay, so let me answer. Vikram, this is a self-paced program. So again, you will be getting an LMS access. So wherein that means self-paced programs, that means you don't have to take out that strenuous live classes timing every day, right? You can do it because a lot of you are working professionals, I'm sure. So you will not have time every day for live classes, right? So what we have is a live meetup every Sunday. Apart from that, you get access video. These are self-paced courses. That means you get the access and you do the program on your own comfortable time. So you can complete the program in 3 to 6 months, and you can keep showing up for the community, keep working on the interview and job mastery to keep improving your offers and all of that. Akshay, I think I answered your question. Jay has answered your question as well. Jaish, okay, Jaish, I may have something for you. Let me just share that with you. Okay. So Jayesh wants to ask if there is an EMI option. So we have a part payment option. So let me share the part payment option link with you. All right. Let me share the part payment option with you. Samir, Samir, what was your question? First time, okay, Samir, Samir says, can I do it later? Samir, I just answered your question a while back. Just 2 minutes back, I answered your question. You can get in later for sure, but you will not be able to get in at this offer price, at this offer investment of 29,999. You will have to pay much higher, whatever that fees is that time. So right now we are outside this webinar, the fee, I've shared Digital Skills India, the IIT-Madras website. The offer there is 60,000. So you will have to pay 60,000 outside of this webinar. Okay, so that's the fees the IIT-Madras program is charging. So Samir, I hope I answered your question. Samir, to help you out, we have an EMI option that I've shared with you in the chat. Okay. No, Samir, this is for everybody's benefit here. Okay. Okay, some of you put in your queries, guys.
Ajaya, lovely Ajaya. Let me just let Jay confirm Ajay's enrollment. Arvind, no, we don't have anything like that. Okay. Okay, Ajay Kumar, congratulations. You got in and you're going to skyrocket your career in blockchain this year itself. Lovely. Okay. So let me just welcome a few people who have gotten. We got Giriraj Singh here, got Nazneen Ansari, got Mafaz Siddiqui, Radhika Talwar, David Nunes. Lovely. Congratulations. Congratulations, everybody who has gotten. And this is amazing. So everybody who has gotten, you must have received an access to the LMS. So start the orientation program right away. Start the orientation program right away and start the activities that are there right away. Okay, so that's a great way to begin the course. And I'll show you the testimony of a few people. They are mentioning that orientation is so powerful inside this program. So do not miss that. And orientation session will basically set you up for growth, will help you upskill really fast, will help you learn really fast. Thirupal, this program has everything that you have seen right now in your screen. Can you see the screen in front of you? Right? So these are not books, Thirupal. These are not books. These are self-paced videos, subject matter videos, recorded lectures of Dr. Pandurangan, India's best faculty. Along with that, exercises, assignments to help you really make progress fast, to help you also set you up for the blockchain mastery program. And then you are basically past the IIT-Madras certification program, right? This is a self-paced recorded video lectures of Dr. Pandurangan and Jan Rasansetti. And you also have the weekly live access, to the community, where you can ask your questions, you can do all those networking, collaboration, brainstorming, all of that. I hope I answered your question, Thirupal. Okay. Okay, now some of you, I know want to, okay, lovely. So some of you want to learn blockchain from the best. I know that, and you're not really concerned about the certificate. In which case, we have a very sweet offer for you as well, and you can start mastering blockchain at a very sweet piece, right? So everybody type sweet in the comment box so that I can share with you an option for a bronze membership. Everybody types sweet. And a bronze membership is for people who want to take the baby steps, and just get your feet wet to understand if blockchain is for you or not. Okay. So later on, you can really upgrade. Let me just share the link with you in the chat. And also share with you. Okay, I've shared with you the link for the bronze membership. So bronze membership is 6,999. Now, the only difference between the bronze membership and silver membership is the IIT-Madras certificate and the startup mastery. So if you want to take baby steps, if you want to just get your feet wet to understand, can I do this? If you are in this mindset right now, okay, can I do this? I want to really experience this first. So this is for you, okay? Because we really don't want fees to be a constraint for you to miss this beautiful opportunity, wherein you can really explore your career. You can grow by leaps and bounds. We don't want, if you're here in the webinar for, it's been 3 hours, if you're here still with me, that means you're really growth oriented. And if that is the case, we don't want you to miss this opportunity just because of the fees. Okay, so we want you to test it out for yourself, and I'm sure 6,999 should not be a problem for anybody, given that you are a growth-driven individual and really passionate about Web 3.0. So it should not be a problem. But this will help you understand this will really help you understand the entire program and everything. And we are really sure that later you would want to upgrade, in which case you can upgrade later to the silver level. That's a possibility that you have. Okay, so all the people who are still on the fence, this is an option that we have, a very beautiful option that we have for you. Let me share the link with you once more. Okay, Jay, I think you might want to mute yourself. Okay. Okay, Niket is asking, I come from an art background. I have a coding knowledge. Niket, that's a beautiful question. Okay, can anybody tell me, if Niket has an art background, what kind of field that he can get into in blockchain? Let's see if everybody can guide Niket. Let me just open the chat for everybody, 1 second. Yeah, can everybody guide? Just type your message again, Abra. Now it will reach to everybody. Abra, just type your message again. Right, so Niket, are you getting it? People are suggesting to you that if you are from art background, you have an amazing opportunity to get into the field of NFT, wherein you can help people design NFT art, and you can help NFT developers, right? So it is humongous prospects and possibilities and need for people like you, right? You have the best of both worlds. You are an artist as well, and you will be a blockchain expert as well. So it's a wonderful, beautiful, lucrative option. It's like an ikigai, right? So you'll be following both your passion and what the world needs, what you really love doing, and you're solving a problem, which is really amazing. Okay, so we have shared the EMI link as well. Guys, let me just share all the links with you so that you have all the links handy. Okay, we will be closing the webinar in just about the next 10 minutes. So if you have any questions, this is your option to ask right now. This is an opportunity to ask right now.
Yeah, Abra, so I can take that question. Okay, guys, couple of things. So I think we've been very, straightforward. So the whole approach is bronze and silver. right? So silver, you can easy, and you can just get in with bronze, start feeling, get a sense of the course, etc. We are not here to like just shove all the courses to you, etc. Our idea is test out the waters, see if this is something that you like, etc. Even and for people who need financial assistance, and that's why we designed bronze. There's no certification there. You just get all the lectures, see that, and then you keep going up, right? For those of you who are serious, etc., welcome. You made the best decision of your life. Thank you so much. I look forward to serving and supporting you. Tirupal, Ajay Kumar, Nagender, Milind Pawar, looking forward to serving you and supporting you. Yeah, so see, I don't know what's going to change in tomorrow and now for the at least the bronze piece, right? So Rahul sir, I would just if you're don't be on the fence, decide now. You know, how many of you ever felt that if sometimes one decision can change your life? That's pretty much it, right? All the people are doing really well. The live batches, we have about 40 people. We have Hiten, who's about 17 or 18 years old, and he's doing really, really well, right? Latika, you want to? Yeah. So Abra, I think we've shared the link for the bronze, right? Let's take a few more questions. Let's get some really nice questions, guys.
Okay, I'm just opening the Q&A. Okay, Harshpreet Singh, are you still there with us? Type yes if you're there, Harshpreet Singh. Harshpreet Singh says that I am in 12th class. Should I attend it? By all means, Harshpreet, if you're really passionate, you should, because we got a wonderful member of the community who is called Hiten, who is 17-year-old and is in 11th standard. So if he's there and he's really shining inside the community, you should too.
Ajay, so the live option, what will happen is we don't have the live batch right now. That will be there. That's coming up in a month. That's the gold. What you can do is you can get started with this right now, right today. And then once you upgrade, we'll just take the difference of the price. That'll be full price. That'll be 2.5 or 3 lakhs right now. Because you can get started today itself about the classes, courses. You can even meet those cohort members. And doesn't matter about coding. Don't worry about coding. Again and again, my request is don't. The minute, see, Sachin Tendulkar doesn't go into a cricket match thinking, I don't know running, I don't know how to hit a century. The attitude should be, this is the best, this is the local train, or this is the rocket jet I want to be on, and I'll get on it, no matter what. Rahul, I've sent you a special link, sir. We've made this, this is a special link for you. Just try this link out, right? And this is a pay in 3. So we've partnered, we've designed internally with an NBFC. We are not an NBFC, we're not a credit agency. We've designed with somebody a pay in 3 option. I've just given you that for those of you who need some little bit of more financial assistance. Amar M, I'm a SAP functional consultant without a job. Doesn't matter, sir. SAP, no offense, but is becoming legacy. Both in our AI community, I have so many people who are SAP consultants. They're all, you should be paranoid. You should be paranoid that you don't have a skill that's growing, right? See, if a market is growing, that's really good, right? So that's why even I have, Pixeltest is also designed on technologies that are the future, like Web3, AI, we're getting electric vehicle, we're getting quantum computing, we're getting cybersecurity, only the future. We don't do anything old. We don't do Java, we don't do JavaScript, we don't do Ruby, we don't do SAP, etc. Abra Boral, so you should write 29999 and write blockchain silver. Sundar Pushti raised the hand. Yeah, feel free to just ask your Q&A right now itself. Sharon, what days? I think we've decided, we've told you that, right? These are on-demand lectures. You have to finish the certification in 6 months though, guys. Please finish the certification in 6 months because we can't keep going for perpetuity about, the IITM. These guys are very strict about that, right? Try to finish. How much to pay in EMI options? Okay, so SK Tiwari, if you're on the ShopSay link, ShopSay is partnered with NBFC's credit. We don't offer credit. They will tell you, depending on your credit, you can choose tenure of 12 months, 18 months, 24 months. I think they have different. 24 months, if you're eligible, you can get it for 2,000 rupees also. Tirupal sir, you'll automatically have gotten an email. Wait for it. It's automatically triggered. You'll get it within, you should get it in 10-15 minutes. If you don't get it also, no problem. Just email me in the morning. I'll give you the support link, right? For any issues, just mail us. We'll give you the access. Don't worry about it. We'll show you also what to do right away. Product name, Blockchain Silver is the 30,000. 30,000 bata. Bronze is 7,000. I don't know if they'll give you for bronze. Rahul, I need the silver course. See, Rahul, I mean, as much as I would like to help, I mean, I've given you the best, sir. You can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't have it both ways. Aapne bola tha, you just get into the bronze right now, because, sometimes it's okay. Our liquidity might not help us go get into the bronze, and you can upgrade in 2 weeks after you no, what is that? Rahul, is that a fair deal? Amar, thank you so much. Looking forward to serving you and supporting you. Deepak, discount for physically disabled person. See, we don't have anything for physically disabled. We only have for 2 people, which is women, other genders, and defense of Indian people. I once had a Bangladesh person say defense, and he was like, Bangladesh defense of Indian people, and it's a cashback. You must finish the course and then apply for that 10%. That's it. Because we encourage diversity. How much will be charged to upgrade later? If you upgrade within 2 weeks, you just pay the difference. Otherwise, it'll be the full price. Cool. Let me personally welcome Sivashekhar 94. Please write your correct emails. Looking forward to serving you, supporting you. Where is this guy? There's a friend of mine. 1 second. Norman, are you here? Titus 5 Cruz said he would join. I'm not. He has a question here. Okay, just to disambiguate, we had this program little lesser. The price has changed. Price has upgraded. Yeah, if you were there last week, the price has upgraded to 30,000. How much is it going to cost to upgrade? The difference, no. So if you get in the 7K, so what is the difference of 30K minus 7K? 23K. But that has to happen in the 2 weeks. So just relax. Just get into the basic, and then you upgrade, Papa. Later. Okay, let's personally welcome a few more people. KPLHT Dude 82. Looking forward to serving you and supporting you. Got it through Razorpay. Sriram Padi, looking forward to serving you and supporting you. You made the best decision, sir. Thank you so much. Joel, Adon Street, looking forward to serving you and supporting you. You made the best decision. All right. One more thing is, whoever is tried ShopSay, let me know, because ShopSay has a slight lag with us in terms of letting us know the payments. Is there a noise at my end, Latika? Is it disturbing?
No. Okay, guys, 10 minutes to go. After 10 minutes, we will be closing the webinar. Let me see. Let me ask Sundar Prishti. I see your hand raised. Sundar Ajaya, would you have any questions for us? Akshay Kulkarni. I think you guys are in already. Amar Andhyapan Velsami. Aslam, Hariharan Ramakrishnan, Rahul, you're in, I guess, already. Rohit, Srinivas, we got 2 Srinivas here, Srinivas J, Srinivas Luktuke, SK Tiwari, Thirupal, Vikram. You got any questions for us? This is your time to ask right now. Let me just welcome a few people. who are confirmed. Okay. Please be mindful about the timing that's behind me. Ajay, okay, great, lovely. Rohit asked, is there a certificate for today's program? No, Rohit, there is no certificate for today's program.
Yes, one more thing is, Rohit, I mean, as much as we like certification, all don't be so obsessed about certification, right? I've had the fortune and misfortune of having some of the best certifications, and it really doesn't matter. Go for the substance. Go for the substance. The most important is the subject. Nowadays, interviews are becoming blind, right? I'm not making a paradoxical statement. We have the best institute giving us, but you should have a mindset of how do I really learn this skill and ace it? That's it. The best jobs are coming from not men, women of high pedigree colleges or anything or age, etc. Skill hai, you get the best. You can deserve and you command the best. That's all. That's the approach. So these webinar certificates and all will not be useful. If somebody is selling also, don't do that, please. Right? Money is valuable, invested in the right places. Your ruthless focus, Rohit, should be like, okay, which is the community I can get in? Which is the best place to go? Which are the friendships I can make, etc. That's it. That only that will pick you up. Is there a time limit to upgrade? Rahul Sarage, sir, like I said, from bronze is very basic, so 2 weeks. Hariharan Ramakrishnan, sir, how much to pay?
Yeah, Hariharan, I've sent you the link. I'll just send the link again. Hariharan, we got 2 plans, silver membership. So, okay, so silver membership link, 29,999. The screen is in front of you. You can open your phone, scan it, open the camera and scan this QR code. It will lead you to the enrollment page and you are ready to get in. Okay, you just scan this QR code. Also, I've shared the link with you, Hariharanji. Markandi, congratulations. Suresh Dutt, congratulations. To get inside the program, you guys are skyrocketing your career in 2022 itself, which is amazing. Sundar Prishti, let me share the link for you for the EMI option. You should have a way to pin the comment in Zoom. There should be a pin method to comment the links. Okay. Sundar Prishti, okay. I have just, Sundar Prishti, I've just shared the link with you. Please check. Srinivas. Okay, Srinivas, I hope you have the link. Let me share the link with you. Okay, Sundar Prishti, I've shared the link in the chat. Please check. Jay, can you please confirm Sundar and Abhara? Sundar is asking how many months. Hariharan, what is the difference between silver and bronze? Okay. Hariharan, the difference between silver and bronze, please check the screen in front of you. Okay, so the difference between silver and bronze is the difference in IIT-Madras certificate. So bronze is suggested for somebody who wants to just test the waters, see if you can do it, if you are not really interested in getting the certificate, if you're just interested in learning blockchain, right? If money is a factor for you, so you can, and if you don't want to go for startup mastery, because we have something really beautiful, which is called startup mastery, which is for people who are aspiring entrepreneurs, who are innovating inside the community, who want seed funding for their venture. So if you're not interested in startup mastery, if you're not interested in the IIT Madras certificate, then you can go for bronze. You get all the things except the IIT Madras and startup mastery. And if the IIT Madras certificate is really important for you to climb the corporate ladder and get amazing opportunities, if you're also somebody who is a budding entrepreneur, then you should get into silver. So the difference between silver and bronze is right there. So the startup mastery as well as the certificate. I hope that's clear, Hari Haranji. All right, great. So let me just finally share the link with you here for everybody's use. Oh, okay. Someone was asking how can they get started. Someone here, I mentioned about some, can I pay later? I don't have card or something. Okay, we got something called Pain 3. Okay, for bronze memberships. So basically you can pay the amount of 2,333 every month. So let me share that option as well for people who are contemplating on the bronze membership. If you're contemplating, if you're thinking about bronze membership, and you can actually pay in 3 MIs, and if 6,999 is kind of hurting you, you can pay in 3 EMIs, which is 2,333. Yes, Vikram. Vikram, the certificate is given. Certificate is not just distributed like that. Certificate, you have to earn the certificate by completing the programs meticulously. So you got inside the IIT-Madras and Pixeltests Blockchain Mastery program. That means you do the program meticulously, not just have the program sitting there on your computer, but you actually come for the live sessions every Sunday. You do the program, you do the assignments, you show up for the classes, you show up for the 6-monthly exam. The exam will happen after 6 months. You will show up for the exam and you pass the exam with flying colors, and you earn your Pixeltest and IIT-Madras certificate. So certificate has to be earned, right? That's why it's an application-based program. That is when the value of the certificate is there, right? The value is not just by paying 29,999. You will get the best education, best value to be able to start attracting amazing opportunities. But you will get the certificate once you pass the exam with flying colors. Lovely. Thank you, Vikram. Ajay. Acha. Okay. Ajay, I think Jay has already answered your question about startup mastery format. Hariharan, I've shared the EMI option. Okay. So use the EMI option to pay your balance. You make use of EMI. Anybody who needs part payment options, you have EMI options. Okay. Go for it. You need to have credit history and all of that. If you're comfortable with EMI, you can do that. And if you want to get done with the payment and no hassles, you can go for the full payment. That's easier. So, but EMI option links and everything I've shared with you in the chat. Let me share one more last time here so that you have all your links handy. Abra, yes, assignments are of course there. Assignments, projects, and everything is there. Abra, the only thing that is not there is the IIT Madras exam and certificate and the startup mastery. Okay. Hariharan, congratulations to get started. You are getting started, which is amazing. Okay. Hariharan, Jay, would you like to acknowledge Hariharan's payment?
Yes, I actually do want to acknowledge Hariharan's transaction because it's one of the best email transactions I've ever seen. How many of you want to see that email that he has? And Hariharan, I'll show it to you with your permission. It's one of the best. How many of you want to see his transaction live? I love it, Hariharan. Just for that, I could give you actually a discount. I'm actually, you brought a smile to our face. Me and Latika have done 2 webinars and we are like really, really tired. But I love that email. Latika, you want to guess? Anybody wants to guess what is the name of the transaction? The email ID?
Yes.
So his email ID is bits of qubits.
Okay.
So qubit is your quantum processor.
Yeah.
And actually, I'm speaking to IISc for a quantum computing course. I love this. I've never seen such a nice, cool email.
Oh, he says he's certified by Qubit by IBM.
Like a great, I love it. Thank you so much. Looking forward to serving you. We are grateful that you have given us an opportunity, Professor Pandurangan and IIT-Madras, an opportunity to mentor you. I hope you go all the way. And so all the other names also, Suresh, that HBTI. Okay, guys, when you upgrade to blockchain silver, please write the correct email and syntax because any name change in the certificate and all, they charge you. They'll charge you a processing fee of 5,000 and all that. So please have good email IDs, right? Markendi 22. I think JH payment failed. I am Bita Live. Looking forward to serving you, supporting you. Please have good email IDs. It's very difficult otherwise to change later if you want to upgrade. Very difficult to track. Have a good first name dot last name 1, 2, 3 or something like that, and keep going ahead. Thank you, guys. Yeah, I love that. I'm also certified by Qubit by IBM. I'm also self-driving car engineer. Is the discount still valid? As you offered. Thank you. No. I at least you got my attention. So let me just put it that right. Thank you. Because see, we have a tight grip. See, this course I have honestly a tight grip by IIT-Madras. The prices. I'm also working with
Link you then once.
Central government, like government. It's very slightly different. As much as I like my alma mater, I also have challenges working with them. Srinivas, on WhatsApp, it's working.
Srinivas wants to pay 2,333.
Sorry?
Srinivas wants to pay 2,333. Pay in 3.
No. Srinivas wants to pay in 3. So pay in 3, what the system we have built is slightly different. We have partnered with a credit agency where they will look at your Gmail. If you made Zomato payments, Swiggy payments, and then they just offer this one, EMI, sir. We don't do the credit. Again, it's a company based out of Bangalore that does the credit. No, I have sent Srinivas all 3 links. The ShopShare link. ShopShare works only on your credit. Your credit history must be solid and they work only on that. Hare Krishna, I worked for Government of India 20 years and corporate 16 years. Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for
36 years of experience. Okay, if I pay right now. Srinivas, go ahead. You have the links. Go ahead and get in right now because we will be closing the webinar and this is your opportunity to get in right now because the prices is going to increase after this webinar. All right. So let me just share the links with everybody. Anybody who is Srinivas, here are the links for you. Go for it. Thank you. Okay, everybody who has enrolled and paid, you can leave the session because we are just answering Q&A for the people who are, this is for people who are struggling with payment issues or have any genuine queries. People who have paid, who have enrolled can leave the webinar right away and start with your orientation. Actually, you can go ahead and start your orientation. And actually, when you start with your orientation, and if you're still live, you can come back and share your feedback. So that'll be nice. So you have got the access on email. Just start with your orientation because it's a good day to start. Thank you, Hariharan. Lovely. All right. Okay. So Preetham, I see you here. Do you have any questions for us? So this is your chance to ask questions, because we'll honestly guide you if it's for you or if it's not for you. How many, generally, and if you really we think that you can do this, we will encourage you to get in. So how many of you still feel, can I do this? This is my background, so and so, can I do this? Type me if you feel, if you are thinking in your head, can I do this? Akshay Kulkarni, you will receive, can you just check your spam or promotions? Because you would have received the email if you're in. Yeah. Okay. So how many of you, type me if you are on the fence and thinking, can I do this? How many of you like that? Thank you, Vikram. Bye-bye. Have a good day. All right. How many of you are thinking, can I do this? Type me in the chat. Actually, don't worry. So you will get it. If you haven't, you will get it. We'll just do it manually right away. So, but you can feel free to leave the webinar. You'll get the email. In fact, Jay, maybe you can just send him the Telegram access on chat, and then he can get in on email. Okay. So let me just, we got Samiha Alam. Congratulations, we confirmed your enrollment is confirmed. Mandar Seth, your enrollment is confirmed. We got Shahnawaz, Nirmala Rao, Mohsin Khan. Okay, this is lovely, amazing. We got 2 people. Nirmala Rao, Mohsin is bronze membership. Shahnawaz, Mandar Seth, Samiha Alam, David Nunes. Silver is confirmed, which is amazing. Amazing, guys. So all of you who are in, just quickly check your email. You must have got the access. Start with the orientation session right away, so that you are set up for the you're setting up for yourself for growth right away. Okay. Okay, if there are no more questions, we'll be just I'll be leaving the webinar now, and I'll keep the chat open and keep the links open for a couple of more minutes. Thank you, Akshay. Thank you, Abra. Abra, I'm not sure. Were you typing a question? Abra, don't worry, you will.
Abra, yeah, you'll receive the mail. Guys, don't worry about the mail. You'll definitely receive it by tonight. Some of you have received, it's an automatic Zapier. You'll get it by tonight. Those of you who've done the ShopSay payment will take a little more time. Don't worry, you'll 100% get it. Any issues you have at any time, just email us at j@pixeltest.com. We are there everywhere, okay? Don't worry about your access, etc. 2000% you'll get it.
Okay.
Right. The next thing I would really go is, Latika, you just want to give them a tour of Teachable right away?
1 second.
So, or you want me to do it? I can do it.
Yeah.
I'll do it. Okay. So guys, those of you who have paid, I don't know if Latika has already shown you, with your permission, I'll show you what you have to do. You will receive emails, right? In that email itself, I'll just show you how the email looks, everything. Okay. So the LMS we use is called Teachable, number 1. Teachable is an international system. Everybody uses that. Okay. The LMS we use is Teachable. Please start seeing that it will be like this. Okay. Once you get access to it, Bookmark first thing is all my emails, like all coming from j@pixeltest.com or support@pixeltest.com. Make it move to the primary folder. Email is the biggest way we actually communicate, right? Now, forget about the numbers, but I'll tell you how you have to go. First thing is you have to go through orientation. Okay. Now, when you go to the orientation, the first thing is you'll see is a lecture called Success Mindset. That's number one. You have to do that. You will get access to course number one. You'll get access to Hall of Fame. You'll get access to Inner Circle, and you'll get access to all the lectures inside blockchain and IIT Madras, right? Again, I've kept the same success mindset. It's very, very important for you to do that. Please, you cannot take on some task without first working on your mindset, right? And then the mixer. Why is mixer important? You have to see who are the rest of the members in the community. Remember Hiten, we told you about that 17-year-old. Remember the 52-year-old gentleman who's probably also vice president at Masterclass. All these people are there. So you can see who all you want to reach out to the community, right? We're slowly moving from Telegram to Discord also. Second, there's a Telegram group. That email is there in the welcome email, which you'll get by tomorrow. Pakka you'll get. Don't worry about that, right? Join the relevant groups, right? And then after orientation, after mixer, you kick off with the lectures and the quiz. I repeat, after orientation, after mixer only, you kick off with the quiz, right? Then each of the modules are dropped to you once a week. Are you clear about that? If you're clear about that, each of the modules are dropped once a week and it's gamified. You can't move to the next lecture without having done the previous lecture. And keep rewatching the lectures if you find any difficulty. We are also periodically discussing all the doubts, right? Either Sushmita will be coming, the teaching assistant, not Professor Pandurangan for this. We are not doing any Golang, we are doing Solidity. We're doing Solidity, okay? Are you clear about this? Next, the welcome mail that you'll receive not, definitely you'll receive by today or by night itself, I'll manually trigger it, or tomorrow, all right? Yeah, let's see. What is the second option you were mentioning, Hariharan? I think he left. I don't know what he's talking about. So, Sundar Prishti, your hand is raised. Abra, you'll get, like I said, I've answered your question. Amar, Andyapan, Norman, hey, you're there from the other webinar. You're also there in my AI community. Welcome. You made the best decision for AI. See, Norman, if you're serious, you can let me know about what you want to think. Norman, are you there? You can chat with us. Preetham, Rahul, Ravi, Srinivas, I think you tried your payment, but it didn't go through. Do you need any help or do you have any issues? Let us know. You're trying for the silver, right? I want to say, right? Okay, I see your payments have failed. What I would do is, Srinivas sir, you should definitely try this Pay-in-3. We've partnered with a Bangalore-based startup which does Pay-in-3, just based on your previous credit history and all. I mean, like your Zomato payments and all, they just give you a small loan. Okay, so we don't take. We are not an NBFC, so we can't do that. I'll just give you that link right now. For those of you who have an issue, you can just use the Pay-in-3. You've had Pay-in-3 payments also right now. And I'm very proud of it because we designed that system. It's actually a big success mark for us. We've designed that system. For everybody, here's the link for the Pay-in-3. Feel free to use the Pay-in-3. You'll easily get access. If you've made 1 or 2 Zomato purchases or Swiggy purchases or Ola, Uber, you'll definitely get. See, we want to democratize the cost of affordability of the cost for everybody. That's our mission. But ultimately, you have all levels. You have access to the same people, etc. Right? Srinivas sir, I didn't understand. What is in paying prices means? Sir, payment timing duration in paying process. Sundar Prishti, sir, payment timing duration. I also didn't understand that. Mehul, no, unfortunately, we don't have any refunds, sir. We're very serious community. Thank you. Okay, others, one more thing is, I would request all of you, the other lecture that you have to watch is, we're also extremely spiritual in that. So if you go onto my YouTube, we actually, because remember, it's not just securing lucrative, but also fulfilling jobs, right? So to that end, we actually have something extremely unique. So we get, so we have Swami Nitya, who's one of a Buddhist ordained monk. He's actually come into the community, talked about his reflections. I would encourage everybody to go and see that lecture. We also have very nice fireside chats. I'll show you that as well. The reason there's a specific way to actually get into that level of zone of mastery, right? And that's what we espouse. That's what we give to the community. In paying process. Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah, okay, I got it. I didn't understand that. Right. Awesome. You should listen to this. This really breaks my community. And actually just for that, the Trustpilot reviews shot through the roof. So, and also if you look at the reviews, right, we just read the reviews. These are long reviews by people, extremely properly written, right? Wonderful energy session. Sessions are very interactive, helping to understand the ground better. This is a day ago, and you keep getting reviews again and again. And getting honestly 300 plus reviews is not a trivial job. It is a lot of hard work and a lot of dedication, sincerity. And we welcome such people. We want such people. Cool. I'm going to put this course for those of you in the curriculum as well. Please watch this. Those of you are, not part of the community, also no problem. Just keep watching that. For those of you in the community, you get early access to all such other interviews, right? Srinivas sir, I see you're pretty determined about getting into the bronze. Awesome. Yeah, we'll wait for you about this, but we're going to be ending it any moment. I still have to have my dinner too. You can also try the Pain 3, right? May I ask why you're not trying the Pain 3 in the other? I've given you the link to the Pain 3. That should be faster. Anybody else who has a question or a comment or? No, we don't have a discount for differently abled person. I'm sorry right now. We're just very small. We're a small startup. So maybe a little different time we'll have that. Norman, you had a question? Amar, what about SAP HANA? Meaning what? If you're from a SAP background, see, two things. So one is you have to understand how technology works, right? So SAP HANA might actually still be better because there's still big data elements coming in, but that's a different, you're asking a question like, should I take a horse or should I take like a Mercedes Benz or should I take the flight, right? So the difference between that is the medium. Blockchain or any investment in this direction will be like a rocket ship, right? Again, there are other rocket ships also, like cybersecurity, quantum computing is like a spaceship, not even a rocket ship. You have to really think about which direction to go to, right? So, and then you have to make a call and be very focused about it. You have to drop the other options. SAP, unfortunately, SAP is a legacy technology. There might be increments within that, and all these corporates will push you to thinking that that's the next big thing. Cool. I hope that answered your question. Srinivas sir, don't try too many times on Razorpay. Your credit history might also be hit. You just try on the other one, Pain 3. What is the issue you're getting with Pain 3? All right, cool. So how many of you just want the final YouTube link? I'll just give you the YouTube link. You can at least be subscribed to that. We can continue our relationship there. You've seen the YouTube link. I'm dropping the YouTube link, and I'll keep the webinar open, like as in just that. Yeah, Srinivas, so you can pay through BMAP. So no problem. So you can just try this for this number. Can you try GPay to this number? No, you know GPay, right? You can try GPay to this. Abra, yeah, you can integrate. Yes, sir. I've sent the team's number. You can just to you privately. You can just check that. Amar, do we have use cases of ERP and blockchain? You do have use cases of ERP and blockchain. Okay, so what you have to do, Srinivas sir, is you have to go to Razorpay, click on that link, and in UPI IDs, you have to go and check for Beam. Go back to that same link and just check for UPI IDs. Does it make sense? You have to go, click on that link, and inside that link, I'll show you that. Oh, sorry, this is the bigger link. Sorry, this is the link that you need. So let me just show you an example. So if you go here, and let's say I just give some fictitious name. So Srinivas. And then here, abc@xyz.com. And then phone, let's give, some team number. So now here, when you go inside, you will get UPI. So here you can do the UPI, right? Does that make sense? So here's, you have Google Pay, QR, etc. So here you have multiple options. Do you remember your UPI ID? You don't need the password, I guess. Sharafat Mujawar. So the best thing for you would be just try the Pay in 3. So I'm going to give you that Pay in 3 link. Pay in 3 is just, so what happens in the Pay in 3 is this. So when you go here, you'll be able to see, oh, this is the machine learning. So just ignore the image. The image is wrong. I'm sorry. So let's say you say Sharafat and Sharafat at, let's just say abc.com. And then we've packed, and again, just some fictitious number. I'm just making some random numbers here. Then when you say that it starts hitting at 2,333 per month, what will happen there? You'll only have to pay 2,333 per month, and then the next person, 2,333 per month, and then the next month, 2,333 per month. We get subtracted some cost, and this guy just gives us. We're just starting this partnership. We built the entire use case. Is that comfortable? We don't have anything beyond that. Like, we can't power credit, right? Even the credit agencies will cut some money from that course and give us, because they are taking the risk, right? In case, if when students default or whatever. Sharafat, does that help? Yeah, I'll send you the Pay in 3 link. The image is wrong. Just ignore the image. I think the team didn't change the image link. And Srinivas sir, I think you should just at least try this. If that razor fade doesn't happen, just try the pain 3. Relax and try that. Yeah, Tiwari sir, it is necessary to join the Telegram because see, number one is the email is your primary mode of communication. Apart from that, we wanted one more where you meet the community. Right now, it's only one-way communication because we want to expand the size of the community. Our goal is to make at least 5,000 people by summer. We are only at 300, 400 people, so it's an audacious goal. Once that happens, we are going to start. Keeping it two-way. For now, we are also changing it to Discord. We might move to Discord, but Telegram is a good channel. We don't want it WhatsApp because it's too intrusive, and there are women also in the program. All right. Anybody else with drop payments or needs financial assistance in terms of suppressing the price point? Let us know. Srinivas said, okay, you're pretty tenacious. I see that you're trying. Okay, all right. So I think we have to leave at this time because I have to also have a little bit of dinner and send you the welcome emails. Thank you so much. If you had any other questions, feel free to, we leave the link open just for maybe some time. Thank you. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. I hope you got heaps of value in today's session, and we will talk to you soon. Bye. See you in the community. To all the members who joined in, see you in the community.